Alright, looks like we are live. Hold up. Just test something here. Okay. Alright, we should be live. Everything should sound normal, but let me know if I'm incorrect on that. Welcome on into Football for Fun. It is the Houston Texans taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers tonight. And of course, given that my co-host is a Texans fan, I'll be rooting for Houston tonight. Pittsburgh off to a good start already. They got it at their own 47, and they're able to move the ball thus far. They started with a 10-yard run or so by Warren, and then they had a quick pass out that gained another first down. So at the moment, Pittsburgh is moving the ball. We'll see how far they can go on this drive. They'll be facing a second long coming up here. Second and long. All right. Let me just make sure everything is working here. I think it is. I think we're good. All right. Again, if anything just sounds wrong, let me know. Everything looks like it's working properly, but I could be mistaken. All right, we got at the 48 here for Pittsburgh. It's going to be a handoff, and that's not going to go too far. Gets across midfield. It's going to be a 3rd and probably 7 coming up here. Not the easiest to convert, but highly manageable. Houston, the 5 seed in the AFC, taking on the 4-seeded Pittsburgh Steelers, who won their division. This is supposed to be a game Houston ought to win, but Pittsburgh's not supposed to be an easy out either. This is going to be a ball game. Both teams are going to have to fight it out. We'll see who can play the more physical game tonight. And, alright. 3rd and 7 coming up. Looks like Reed of the Texans is a little hurt at the moment. Don't know what exactly happened there, but hopefully he is okay. Alright, and Daniel, the Texans fan on this channel, cannot join us tonight. He is out and about watching the game with his family, as he should. But we may hear from him later on. Hopefully we'll hear from him after the game, after a Texans win, if we're fortunate. It'd be pretty unfortunate if both of our teams lost this weekend, I gotta say. At least my team was expected to, but his team, I think Houston was the second most likely team to win on wildcard weekend here. LA Rams, of course, being the most likely based on spreads. Okay, 3rd and 7 here on Pittsburgh's opening drive. At midfield, it's shotgun formation. Rodgers has a guy to his right. Gainwell moves up as a receiver now. Empty backfield for Aaron Rodgers, who's dropping back to pass. Pressure comes, he throws. That throw is to nobody. It just goes out of bounds. So that's going to be bringing up 4th and 7. And you have to think they're just going to be punting the ball here, right? He got rid of that ball fast. I'm not sure who he was looking for, though. We'll see on the replay here if maybe a receiver slipped or went the wrong way. No, he just went too high. It looks like he was aiming for Kenneth Gainwell there, the running back, and it just went over his head, easily over his head. So they're going to be punting here on 4th and 7. Good stop for the Houston defense, and the punt is up and away. And it's going to be fair caught at the 10-yard line, so really crappy field position for the Texans, but they get the stop on defense, and they will take over possession here. So C.J. Stroud in the offense, it'll be interesting to see what they can do here. They've been okay this year. They've been okay. Obviously, you turn on a Texans game this season, and it's generally not been fun to watch. At times, that offense has been unwatchable, just completely unwatchable. And at other times, you see them put up 40 points on teams like the Cardinals or earlier season Ravens, and you go, why can't you do this every week? If they were able to put up 30 points in this game, you would have no doubt they win. It's going to be on their offense to get the ball moving, though, and I don't know. Are they going to? I sure hope so, but it's hard to have faith in them, you know? But we'll see. We got a commercial break right now. I'm guessing there's not going to be a whole lot of scoring tonight. I worry that this is going to be sort of like last night's game where you barely have any points at all. The Chargers only putting up 3 points last night was pretty disappointing. I'm thinking we could see a similar output tonight on offense. Obviously, I hope that's not the case. I like offense. I'd like this to be an entertaining game. But I would guess this is not going to be all that entertaining. But hey, you know what? That first drive by Pittsburgh did start off fairly well, shows potential, so we'll see what happens moving forward, but again, my guess is just going to be that there's not going to be a lot of scoring. So, winner of this game gets to go to Foxborough next weekend to take on the Patriots. I probably like the Patriots in either matchup. I definitely like them against Pittsburgh. Patriots against Houston would be a tough game, but I do favor New England in that one. But that would be a lot of fun to watch, and we'll be rooting on Houston on this channel. But yeah, it's a big game, of course. Win or go home, or in Pittsburgh's case, stay home. I don't know. It's been an exciting weekend in the NFL thus far. All the playoff games but one have been a lot of fun to watch. And I guess if you're a fan of defense, you may have enjoyed last night's game. But yeah, no, last night's game was not fun to watch for most of us. We'll have the game returning here shortly. And Houston, the hottest team in the NFL. They've won, I believe, 9 straight games. Been a while since they lost. It's been a while. If Jacksonville didn't just look super impressive down the stretch and win a bunch of games, Houston easily could have won that division. But they went 12-5. This is a good Houston team. Nearly average offense, elite defense. That is a good formula for success more often than not. We'll see how it serves them here today as they got the ball at their own 10-yard line. Stroud out there now. See what he can do here. Stroud hasn't been the same guy since his rookie season, but you know what? It's playoff time. Play some good football, CJ Stroud. He's under center now, and he's going to hand this ball off. A little bit of room there for Woody Marks, I presume. He's going to take it upfield for about 4 or 5 yards, setting up a 2nd and medium. Pretty good stuff there from the running back. Now, Houston's run game has not been stellar this year. Now, they got Woody Marks, the rookie running back out of USC, and you just want to see more from him when he's won the starting job over Nick Chubb, but Nick Chubb is just not that guy anymore, unfortunately. And we're big Nick Chubb fans around here, so I hate to say it. Joe Mixon just doesn't exist anymore, I think. Pretty sure. If he does, he's been very quiet. So Woody Marks, the rookie, is the lead back there. Stroud takes a snap here, looking to throw, and he does throw, and that's batted up, and it's incomplete. Very fortunate that was not picked off. Very, very fortunate. And that is a tough throw to make. Heavy traffic there. I'm surprised he threw that ball. Good grief. He was aiming for Nico Collins in that one, his top receiver. And I don't know why you do that. There are a bunch of guys on defense in that area. I do not like that throw. Great coverage there by Joey Porter. No, not a good decision by Stroud, unfortunately. We're going to have to see him do a bit better than that if they're going to win this game. Nico Collins off the field now. He looks a bit shaken up. Hopefully he's okay. That'd be a huge loss for this Texans offense because at certain times this year, he is the Texans offense. At the 15 now, Stroud takes the snap. Pressure's coming. He's got time, though, and he's going to throw across the field. He's open, and it is caught! That is Christian Kirk on the deep ball there. Big first down conversion. That'll go for at least 20 yards. Still a lot of work to do here, but that is an excellent way to get a first down here in this drive. Christian Kirk, I believe, held on to that ball. We'll see in the replay if it got shaken up, knocked loose, or anything, but I think he did hold on to that. It is going to be a first down Texans. Stroud with the throw across the field. There we go. So we'll see how many yards he actually got in that. It was 3rd and 5 from the 15, and they got it at the Pittsburgh 49. Just a huge play there, Christian Kirk. Stroud under center here. Going to take the snap and hand it off, and he's not going to have much room to work with. Might gain 1 yard. That's Nick Chubb on the carry there. Hey, Sudoku, welcome in. I am too, for entertainment reasons, but I'm just here. Why are you rooting for the Texans? Well, I mean, Daniel is a Texans fan, so for his sake, I'd like his team to win. I mean, that's my friend, you know, I want my friend's team to win. And then on the other hand, I don't like Pittsburgh. Aside from my division rivals, they'd be my least favorite team, so that's why. But, anywho, I will be rooting for Houston tonight, and probably moving forward. We got 2nd and 8 here now. They got it at the Pittsburgh 47. Opening drive for Houston's offense. It's going to be a handoff here. Woody Marks is stuffed. Might have gained a yard. Just not very effective on the ground. And that's been pretty consistent this year for Houston. They don't have a good run game. They don't have a bad run game, but they don't scare you on the ground. And the Pittsburgh Steelers' run defense, at times they've been gashed. At other times, they've shut down running backs like Jahmyr Gibbs. So you don't really know what exactly you're going to get from them, but so far tonight, they've looked really good on the defensive line. CJ Stroud's going to have to make another big throw here to get the 3rd down conversion. If they don't, you're looking at a punt here. Now, 3rd and 6, this is very manageable. This Houston offense should be able to get the job done here. You never know, though. They got it at the 45 of the Steelers. They could be going for a field goal here, too. They could throw short. And this play is blown dead. Whistles fly in here. We'll see if they got a timeout off in time or if it's delay a game. Play clock was winding down there. Stroud was trying to get the snap off. Let's see it. They did get a timeout off just in time, so no penalty. Timeout Houston, their first of the half. You hate to burn a timeout like that. Hopefully that doesn't cost them. But it's timeout Houston. It'll be 3rd down and 6 when we return. 9 minutes on the clock here. Not a lot of action so far. The Steelers moved the ball up to midfield on their opening drive and then couldn't advance further, so they punted. Houston's got one big play in this game. We'll see what they do in a moment. They're going to need Stroud to keep making plays, though, if they want points in this game. Oh, by the way, Sudokus, you said you're rooting for the Texans, too, for entertainment reasons. Why is that, though? Because I would have thought the Steelers winning would be more entertaining as the team with the worst record here. I mean, either way, I suspect New England is going to go on and beat either team here, but we'll see. Hold up here. I'll respond in just a moment. 3rd and 6 coming up, and that looked like a false start, and there's a flag thrown. I mean, if I can see it's a false start, then they're going to see it too. That's going to back up Houston 5 yards and make it 3rd and 11, and for an offense like this, you really can't afford that. Good grief, man. Can't afford to make mistakes like that. Still 3rd down, 3rd and 11 coming up. Yikes. So Steelers have given up 38.33 points per game in their last 6 playoff games. That's actually insane. That is remarkably bad. And hello there, welcome on in. How's it going? More entertaining because the Texans actually have a chance against other teams. True, that's fair. That's fair. Steelers just get blown out even if they... Yeah, I could see that. I know, I think the Steelers... I think they could be a tough out moving forward, but they also... Oh, hold up. Yeah, that didn't work. They brought pressure on 3rd and 11, and Stroud just has to get rid of it, and that goes nowhere. So it's 4th down, and Houston's going to punt. So poor drive there for Houston. They had one big play to Christian Kirk, and otherwise they couldn't do a thing. Run game got them nowhere, and... Man, that was tough. This is going to be a low-scoring game. Anyone could win it. Regarding Pittsburgh, though, and their chances of moving forward, if they win, they get New England. And they did. I know this was a long time ago, early in the year. They do have a win over New England. They beat them when they played earlier this year. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you I think they're going to do it again. I will, hands down, pick the Patriots to beat the Steelers in that matchup. But, you know, the Steelers have a solid defense sometimes. And they got Aaron Rodgers, who is sometimes good. I don't know. They got a lot of magic to them sometimes. They were very close to missing the playoffs. You could argue they should have missed the playoffs. The Ravens probably should have managed to win that division, but they, choked it away. But, I mean, if they win tonight, I think they still have a chance moving forward, but I'm not about to pick them, no. Well, the Pittsburgh ball, when we return to the game here, we got a commercial break now, and, yeah. Yep. We only need 2 touchdowns in this game to surpass last night's total, so I'm going to say that is our goal here as observers, to see 2 touchdowns in this game. That'd be something. Only got the one last night from New England, and the Chargers just couldn't get anything going. So hopefully this game is going to be more exciting than that. So again, commercial break here for anyone who missed it. The Steelers defense did just get a stop, and Houston punted the ball to them. So when we return to the game, it'll be Pittsburgh ball at their own 28-yard line, I believe. What's good, Sox? Welcome on in. Now, as a Patriots fan, who are you rooting for tonight? Who would you rather face next week? I assume Pittsburgh, but you never know. You never know. If it was me, I'd want to face Pittsburgh. Alright, still got the commercial break here. Again, not a lot of action so far on Pittsburgh's opening drive. They did make it up near midfield, which I thought that was pretty impressive. They had a couple of successful plays against that Houston defense to start off the game. And then they stalled out, and Aaron Rodgers looked his age for a couple of those plays. So they punted to Houston, and then Houston had one big play on offense, but that was it. That was it. Ended up punting back to Pittsburgh. So Pittsburgh ball at the 28 when we return here. You know, I picked Houston in this game, just like mostly everybody, but it really could go either way, given that Houston's offense is not good. And these teams are fairly similar. Houston is just a better version of what Pittsburgh is supposed to be. Really solid defense and a okay run game. They can sometimes move the ball, but more often than not, they're unwatchable on offense. That's what Houston is, except their defense is consistently elite, whereas Pittsburgh's defense is hit or miss every other week. So, part of me wants to see a Texans-Seahawks Sicko Super Bowl. It in something like 10-3. I would very much not like to see that. I mean, if you meet Houston in the Super Bowl, you're probably happy, though. Y'all probably win that matchup, if I had to guess. I feel like y'all probably match up well with most teams coming out of the AFC, though. I think it'll be you guys or LA who come out of the NFC and probably just win the Super Bowl, but I don't know. I don't really trust anyone in the league at the moment. I'd rather face Pittsburgh, but I think Texans' offense is still fraudulent. Oh, yeah, no. Can you even call them fraudulent? Nobody actually believes they're good, right? I'm sorry, Houston. At least Texans fans listening, y'all know what you are. Very good defense, I'd say best in the league, and your offense sometimes puts up points. You're going to need to today. Rodgers rolling out to his left. He's thrown across the field, wide open, across the 40. Makes it to midfield. That's a first down for the Steelers. DK Metcalf into Houston territory. We're hyping up this Houston defense, but they've not looked all that great so far tonight. Had a couple of big plays for Pittsburgh now. Second time making it up to midfield. This time they make it across midfield into Houston territory. Good grief. Play action for Rodgers going to his left, and the receiver DK Metcalf gets wide open. Not sure what happened there for the Houston defense. You'd rather play Buffalo? I mean, I think Buffalo is probably the scariest team for you guys, given that you're division rivals and they have beaten you already. Aaron Rodgers airing it out, looking for Metcalf again, I believe. They're going to call PI in that. Oh my goodness. They're going to get Houston. That's Kamari Lassiter for pass interference. We'll wait for the official call here, but there's a flag. Oh, man. I mean, you kind of have to call that, I suppose. I don't love that. I don't love that at all. Good grief. So it's going to be automatic first down for the Steelers. Down to 8-10 in the first quarter here. Pittsburgh on their second possession. Well into Houston territory at this point. We'll see if Houston defense can get anything going here. Again, this is the best defense in the league, arguably. It's them or Seattle, probably. Pittsburgh's not supposed to be moving the ball like this so early in the game. At the 33 of Houston, now Rodgers under center to take the snap and hand this ball off. He's got some room to run, gets about 6 yards there. That's Kenneth Gainwell there. Man. Yeah, imagine blowing a 21-0 lead to a trash team. I could never. My team doesn't usually get big leads, so. Yeah. Yep. That would be pretty embarrassing. I wonder who you're referring to. I am sad for fans of certain teams that blew big leads. That's gotta suck. I don't pity Atlanta fans, though, because they're my rivals. Sorry, Atlanta. Rodgers under center here. Takes a snap. It's going to be a handoff to Gainwell again, who shifts direction and is going to get the first down. Good move by Gainwell. Takes it up to the 20 or 21 of Houston. Good grief. Pittsburgh is moving. Oh, boy. You bought a what now, Sox? Oh, what? What's an auto? What are you referring to there? Why do the stupid Packers have to choke? I would go even further back and ask, why did the stupid Eagles have to rest their starters in Week 18 so that they played San Francisco instead of Green Bay? Green Bay could have knocked them out. I think Green Bay would have knocked them out, based on what we saw. Rodgers to throw here in 1st and 10. He's got time. He's going for it here. It's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect with Jonnu Smith. Covered well by Bryant of the Houston Texans defense. They were not on the same page that time. It'll be 2nd and 10. Autograph? Oh, well, good job getting his autograph, I guess. Look, people don't usually say auto for autograph, do they? I don't know what the lingo is amongst you kids these days. I don't even know my age lingo. Would have been a much easier divisional round opponent, although I'm not worried about the Niners. Yeah, I mean, there's always the element of, or the aspect of them being a division rival, and you've faced them twice already. Hold up, Rodgers to throw here, and that's just going to go out of bounds. That looks like a throwaway. Not really sure what happened there. We've seen that a couple of times. Yeah, I said the other night I don't really want to see Seahawks 49ers again. I've seen a lot of Seattle fans happy about it, but I don't know. As a viewer of the game, I don't really want to watch that again. I just assume it's going to be low scoring again like it was the first 2 times they'll played. And you know me, I like points, so... Yeah, I thought automobile as well, and that made no sense, so I didn't... Yeah, I've never heard anyone say auto for autograph either. Rodgers here, empty backfield on 3rd and 10 from the 21. See if he can convert here or if they have to settle for 3. Play clock winding down. That hit 0, but they didn't flag it. Rodgers going to throw this short of the first down, And that's going to gain about 7 yards. That is Valdez-Scantling. That's going to bring up 4th and 3. And I don't know what they want to do here. Personally, I'm taking the points. I don't know how many points you're getting in this game. I would take the points when you have the chance here. It's 4th and 3 as well. We'll see what they opt to do. And it looks like Boswell is out there now, tipping the field goal. And apparently he has never missed a field goal in the playoffs. Let's see if he gets jinxed there. It's a 32-yard attempt. Very unlikely he misses here. Should go right down the middle. It's up, and yep, it is right down the middle. Boswell doesn't miss very often. Pittsburgh takes the early lead, 3-0. Texans fans, don't worry yet. Plenty of ball left to be played. I don't love what we've seen from your defense so far, I can't lie. But you held them to 3. You just need your offense to lock in and get you some points. 3-0 here as we go to commercial break, and yeah, it's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a tough game. I know some people were expecting it to be a blowout. I mean, I wouldn't mind a blowout as long as Houston wins. I mean, I'm just over here rooting for Houston, so however they get it done is cool. But yeah, this is probably not going to be a blowout. Neither team has a good enough offense to blow out the opposing team. So it's 3-0 at the commercial break here. We got about 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. And yeah, I mean, Pittsburgh's offense has been able to move the ball for the most part in both drives. They made it to midfield their opening drive, and then they just scored a field goal on their second drive. Houston's offense moved on their first drive off of one big play, though. So we're going to see if they can move the ball without having those splash plays. If those splash plays keep coming, that's great, but that's not usually something you can rely on. You know, you can't base your entire offense on splash plays, unfortunately. If you could, that would be great, wouldn't it? But in any case, got the commercial break here. We'll return shortly. And yeah, as of right now, I'd still be comfortable saying Houston should win this game. But you never know. You never know. We've seen crazier things. I mean, the playoffs so far have been pretty crazy, I'd say. I mean, you had Carolina nearly knocking off the Rams, and dang it, we were so close. And then later that night, you had the Packers blowing a 21-3 lead. They stopped playing in the second half, and that's the only time the Bears want to play, so big mistake there. And then the following day, you had the Jags and Bills game coming down to the wire. Trevor Lawrence predictably throwing an interception to end the game. And then you had, what happened next? It was Philadelphia and San Francisco. I said this last night, I wish I could have changed my pick later in the week, but we got our predictions out earlier in the week, and there's just no changing it when it's on video, right? So I just stick with Philadelphia. But throughout the week, I see the spread going up and up and up for Philadelphia. Early in the week, it was Philadelphia by 3.5. And then yesterday morning, it was Philadelphia by 6. So the spread nearly doubled. I'm not really sure how that happens. But when I saw that, I'm thinking, okay, I guess everyone is back in Philadelphia, which tells me San Francisco's about to win the game. I wish I could have changed that. Wish I could have changed that pick. And I said something really dumb, too, when I was previewing that game. I said that Philadelphia, to win that game, they're going to need Jalen Hurts to come through with his arm. They're going to need him to make plays through the air. And then I still had the audacity to take Philadelphia to win the game. So that was dumb. That was dumb. Oh, people use it in trading cards or baseball. Yeah, I've never heard that. It's interesting. Trading cards and baseball are not worlds that I operate in. Don't do baseball or cards. But that's cool. We've got a return here for Houston. It lands at the 5, picks it up, and takes it across the 25, down right around the 25. Not a huge return there, but they'll take it. January 15th, 2017 was the last time the Steelers scored a point in the first quarter in a playoff game. That is wild. That is wild. No, Pittsburgh likes to be the team that suffers the annual first-round blowout loss in the playoffs. This year, I don't know if we're getting that, although you could argue last night was a blowout based on the final score. It felt like it, in a way, but it was close for most of that game. Yeah, Herbert got killed, basically. I think he faced pressure on all but one pass attempt or something like that. It was crazy. I think that's what the stats said. Had no help, man. I still don't know what happened with Amari and Hampton. He only played 1 or 2 snaps. All right, Stroud here from his 26. He's got all day. He throws. It's a short pass completed for about 5 yards. That's Nico Collins. Guess he's all right. He's back out there still. Good to see. Looked like he took a hit or two on that last drive, but he is out there, still fighting. All right, well, it's good to see Houston's offensive line so far playing a good game in pass protection. Seems like Stroud has, for the most part, had a decent amount of time to find his receivers. The problem is he's not had a lot of receivers open, it seems. Oh, looking at the replay of that last completion, that might not have been a completion, but they're going to snap it here, so it doesn't matter. It's a handoff, and that is going to go for a first down, I believe. That's a good run there by Woody Marks. There you go. Now, look, if you can establish the run here, that'd be pretty good for Houston. They weren't able to move the ball on the ground at all in their last drive. If they can get that... Oh, shoot. They marked him down short? Really? It's 3rd and 1. I thought he got the first down there. It certainly looked like a first down to me. I don't know about that. I would take a look at that. That seems like a bad spot. Maybe I'm tripping, though. 3rd and 1. Stroud under center. We'll see if they hand it off here or go play action or what. Stroud takes the snap, hands this ball off, and he is going to get there, I believe. It should be a first down that time for Woody Marks. Maybe he pulled an Abdul Carter. In the playoffs, though? Really? Surely not. I don't know. Apparently, I'm guessing he got injured and we just haven't heard much about it. Or maybe an injury in practice and they just decided to play him a snap or two to see if he could handle it. I don't know. I haven't heard an answer on that yet. I just know a lot of people were mad about it. 1st and 10, Houston. We're down to 4:10 and counting down here in the first quarter. They got it at their own 36.5-yard line. Stroud under center takes the snap, going to hand this ball off. And Marks has a little bit of room here, makes it up to the 40. He'll gain maybe 4 yards there. So it'll be 2nd and 6 or 7. All right, Houston is slowly moving on this drive. Got to keep that success going, though. They only gave him 3 yards. So far, they're not getting good spots on these runs, I don't believe, anyway. Maybe the refs are seeing something that I don't. 2nd and 7 coming up here. 3:38 and counting down on the clock here in the first quarter. Texans trail by 3. Got to get on the board at some point. 2nd and 7. See if they opt to throw this time. Stroud takes the snap. He gets a quick pass here to Nico Collins, who doesn't have much to work with, but still gets about 3 yards there, so it'll be 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4 coming up. 3rd and manageable at the very least. You ought to be able to pick up the first down from this yardage, you would think. Bro, stop acting like 6'7" tough. It's 2026. No, I hate 6'7". I hate it. I try to avoid saying those numbers if I can help it. And when I end up saying it, I just... helpless. It's not funny and it never was, and I don't get it. Anywho, back to the game. 3rd and 3. Shotgun here. Stroud takes the snap. Good protection. He throws across the field. That's caught for the first down into Steelers territory, down around the 40-yard line. There you go. There you go. You need more of that from Stroud in the passing game. They're getting it done for the most part. That's Xavier Hutchinson, I believe, with the first down. Again, shout out to the offensive line. I think they're playing fairly well in pass protection. There's a little bit of pressure there, and if Stroud holds onto the ball even longer, then probably would have faced some problems, but he got that ball out with good timing. The receiver caught it, and that's just a good play for Houston. Into Steelers territory now. We'll see if they can capitalize on this drive. At this point, they ought to be in field goal range, too. I think Fairbairn can probably hit it from 59 yards out. Stroud under center to take the snap. Going to hand this ball off, and oh, it's a flea flaker. Stroud, oh my gosh, he lost the ball. He lost the ball. Oh my gosh, the Steelers just got a turnover. Oh my gosh. That was a horrific flea flicker. It's a handoff. It goes back to Stroud at his 50. He's holding onto the ball all day. I guess no one was getting open, and then the defense gets to him. It's a strip sack, basically. Knocked that ball out of his hand. It goes into the arms of a Steeler there. That is an interception, actually. I think that's what it'll go down as. Interception or fumble? Okay, they call it a fumble. They call it a fumble, so even if it wasn't, that's an interception. Like, that's just... That was horrible for Houston, man. That is horrible. You call a flea flicker in the playoffs. It looks interesting. Wow. So they call it a sack and a fumble, and it is Steelers' ball. And if you're a Houston fan there, if you're rooting for Houston, you just hate to see that. Steelers take over with 2:02 to go in the first quarter. We got a commercial break now. Steelers are in firm control right now. Good grief. I mean, that was really bad. That was really bad. I mean, a flea flicker generally only works if you got a guy open and you get the ball out fast, because if you don't, the defense has time to adjust and figure it out, and they get after you, and that's what we just saw there. The defense adjusted, they got after Stroud, and they forced the turnover, and it's a terrible play. Terrible play, but the Steelers capitalize, and they get the ball, and they'll have really good field position here around midfield. I'll check ESPN in a moment to give you guys the exact spot they'll have it on the field. It'll be at their own 44. Oh, boy. Everyone is on Ronaldo chocolate milk. I have no idea what that means. Look, I'm old, man. You're gonna have to dumb it down for me. I don't know what all these terms together mean. Yeah, I don't know, man. Alright, we'll return to the game shortly. As soon as this commercial break comes to an end, Steelers offense will take the field after that turnover. The sack and the fumble on Stroud on a flea flicker. I don't even have a judgment call on whether or not that was a good play or not. I don't know. Everyone will be quick to say it was a bad play, and maybe it was. I don't know. A bad play call, I mean. Maybe it was a bad play call. It may just be the execution of the play call was bad. Maybe the play call made sense. I don't know. But it takes some guts to call a flea flicker there. It's literally Ronaldo drinking chocolate milk. Okay. Yo, you'll send. Okay, yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about, but I'm sure it's interesting. All right. At least I know who Ronaldo is, right? A soccer player. Yeah. Is he still the best, or is that not a thing anymore? I don't really keep up with soccer. I know everyone talks about him and Messi. Anywho, back to real football here. As the Steelers take over possession at their own 44-yard line after forcing the fumble, the Texans ran a flea flicker, and it went horribly wrong. At their own 44, Rodgers will take the snap, going to hand this ball off, and Warren is going to get swallowed up. Texans defense swarms him there. He may have lost a yard on that one. That's what the Houston defense is going to have to do here. I'll take a look at that in just a second, Sox. They're showing the replay of the flea flicker. I want to see what was going on here. It was a really slowly developed flea flicker. It looks like all of his receivers were downfield, which makes no sense. If you're going to do a flea flicker with the risk of it blowing up in your face, you need somebody to check it down to. I mean, why would you not have a check down option? Look, I'm not an offensive coordinator. I don't call plays, but to me, have that check down option. Maybe it was there and I just don't see it on camera, but it looked like basically everyone was downfield. No one got open there. Just a horrible play. Shotgun formation here, 2nd and 10. Rodgers gets the snap off in time. Dropping back to throw. He's throwing across the field. He's open, and DK Metcalf. What was that? I mean, it looked like he just batted the ball away. It's a drop for DK Metcalf. That would have been a huge gain on 2nd and 10, and that results in 3rd and 10. I gotta see the replay here. How did he not catch that? I mean, that looked like it was an egregious drop, and maybe I missed something. Great moves on the route by Metcalf. Hits him firmly in the hands. It doesn't get much easier than that for Metcalf. For how much they're paying you, for how much they gave up for you, you have got to make catches like that in the playoffs. Good grief. Hello, Nathaniel. How's it going, man? Go Houston. Go Houston. 3rd and 10. Steelers at risk of going 3 and out after that turnover. Gets the snap off. Rodgers dropping back to pass. Pressure's coming. He's going to throw. It's a check down here. And Valdez-Scantling is not going to get the yardage here. Gets about 4 or 5 yards. The Steelers go 3 and out after getting the turnover. Of course. I mean, look, I'm rooting for Houston here, but still, I'd like to see some more offense. Yikes. What channel is the Patriots game on? I have not heard that yet. It'll probably depend what time the game is as well. Which I don't think the times have been announced yet, which makes no sense to me because this game doesn't really affect that. It shouldn't, at least. And it's a pretty good punt for Pittsburgh. Houston's going to get the ball at their own 8-yard line when they take the field again. 29 seconds to go here in the first quarter. A struggle of a game so far, no doubt. No doubt. First team to score a touchdown wins? Is that what we're going with? Kind of how it feels. Yeah, the start times are all TBD, it looks like. So, y'all play on Sunday, and then the Rams-Bears play on Sunday. I'm guessing you guys will get the early game on Sunday. So it might be Fox or CBS. All right, I'll check what you sent me. I'm pretty sure I've never seen it before, but let's find out. Yeah, Sox, I don't know what to make of this. What's the deal over that? All right, Stroud fakes the handoff here. He gets the throw out here to the tight end, Dalton Schultz, and Schultz is going to take it for about 7 yards. before going out of bounds. Oh, sorry, that's Cade Stover, the other tight end, rookie out of Ohio State, I believe. Rookie or second-year player. All right, and that should drain the clock here. It's going to end the first quarter. Texans trail 0-3. Not a good game for offense so far. And yes, I do think the Texans can win, for sure. For sure. I have no doubt about it. They can get the job done here. Their defense is playing fairly well so far. I mean, really, the game's gone exactly like you may have expected it to. Just not a lot of offense, a lot of defense. They're playing the Steelers song. Okay. Okay. Is it just me, or is their song kind of meh? Maybe it's just me. Haters gonna hate, right? We got a commercial break here at the end of the first quarter. When we return, Houston has the ball. 2nd and 3 coming up. Deep in their own territory. Man, the Houston offense was driving last time they were on the field. And then you have that flea flicker. I don't know if it was a bad play call or just bad execution. From what I could tell, he didn't have any check down options. Everyone went deep, and no one was open. So my guess is that it's a bad play call and bad execution, both in one. So that's pretty rough. They turn it over in that play, but then the Steelers go 3 and out because, of course, they do. I guarantee you there are a ton of Steelers fans watching that going, yep, that tracks. Of course. It's random. It's so funny. The music also helps. Okay. All right. Look, I'm old. I don't understand. I don't get why it would be funny or humorous. I don't know, man. I'm just a football guy, not a soccer guy. Anywho. Got the commercial break here. Let's check out some first quarter stats just to kind of sum up how just anemic the offenses were in that first quarter. They had a little bit more movement than we may have thought. I mean, Stroud went 5 of 7, 68 yards, but then the lost fumble there on the sack, so that's pretty rough. The run game's done next to nothing. Woody Marks, 5 carries for 17 yards. That is not good. And then you got Nick Chubb, 1 carry for 2 yards. Christian Kirk, the one big play of the game, a catch for 36 yards. Xavier Hutchinson, 1 catch for 16. You got to see Nico Collins get more involved here. 2 catches for 8 yards. You're not really scheming him up downfield a whole lot. And if you are, he's not getting open. Somehow you got to get him down the field more. Need a big play from Collins in this game. Rodgers, 4 of 8, 54 yards. Jalen Warren, 4 carries, 13 yards. Kenneth Gainwell, 2 carries, 12 yards. Once again, Gainwell is just the more efficient back, and yet Pittsburgh refuses to make him the lead guy. Seems like that is a thing every year. Previously, it was Najee Harris. They insisted on being the main guy, even though he looks like he runs in cement. DK Metcalf, 2 catches for 42 yards. And, yeah, just not a whole lot to say so far. The big play so far is the turnover, and then Pittsburgh went 3 and out, so... Yeah. My friend who's a girl is a Steelers fan. I need to bully her. Go Texans. Yeah, do that. Absolutely do that. You've been bullying her all year, 9-8 jokes. And the joke's on you, man. They went 10-7. That's so much better. I love how we all make the 9-8 jokes, but they've gone 10-7 back-to-back seasons. Anywho. 2nd and 2 coming up. They got it at their own 15.5-yard line. Really bad spot here. Oh, no! Oh, no! Bad snap here. Stroud gets it back, and it is incomplete. He gets rid of it. That could have been an absolute disaster. It nearly was. Good grief. Houston playing some sloppy ball so far. It went to the left of Stroud. It hits him in both hands. Like that. It's not like the snap was that bad. And Stroud just drops it. My goodness. Goes right through his hands, man. Goes right through his hands. If he didn't get that away, it would have been a huge loss. But it is 3rd and 2. They still got it here. Yikes. Stroud to take the snap here. Rolling to his left. He throws. It's caught. It's a first down there. Christian Kirk backing his way out of bounds at the 20-yard line for the first down. All right. Man, that was so close to being a disaster. I mean, the Steelers were just a little close. They're a little too close to going up 10-0 on that play. But they end up converting on the following play. First down, Houston. This is some game so far, huh? I had so much content ready. Yeah, stupid dialer loop ruined the 9-8 memes. It's just a shame. It's a shame. It cost John Harbaugh his job, and it kept Mike Tomlin his job. I think Tomlin probably would have been let go if they lost that game. I think he's safe right now, though. Amazing what that did. Stroud facing pressure, throws. It's going to be out of bounds. Incomplete. A little too high for Cade Stover, I believe. One of the tight ends, anyway. Nope, I got it wrong again. That is Dalton Schultz. So do they have a tight end whose number is 86 and a number who's 87? Is that what it is? 86 and 87, and I can't figure out who's who. Yeah, that's exactly right. Schultz is 86, Stover is 87, and I'm just mixing them up. Good grief. If the Steelers get blown out, I could see Tomlin getting let go. Yeah, that would probably be the only way that happens, though. If they get absolutely blown out here. Stroud on 2nd and 10, throws across the field. That's going to be caught for the first down at the 32-yard line. There you go. That's Nico Collins getting a bigger catch now. That's a gain of 13. First down, Houston, moving it forward. Yeah, Steelers, the only way to let go of Tomlin is if they get blown out. I guess it's also possible he decides to leave on his own. He's tired of being in Pittsburgh. I have not heard anything to suggest that, but in the hypothetical scenario that he's out of Pittsburgh, that would be one of the main ways. Need the Steelers lost, bro. I need to make fun of her. Fair. I get that. Stroud going to hand this ball off to Marks, I believe. He's going to go forward for about 7 yards. You'll take that. Maybe 6 yards. See, if I say the numbers in the other order, 7-6, it's not the meme, right? So I can do that without having to regret it. Is that how that works? Good run from Marks, though. It's kind of like we said, Houston has not had a good run game this season, but they haven't had a bad run game. Our prediction on this one was they'd have just an average day on the ground, and so far, I think that tracks. Stroud under center here at the 39, takes the snap, hands it off. He's got a little bit of room, but he went right. I don't know why he went right. He gains nothing on that one. I think he probably could have gained a yard or two if he kept going straight. Tries to make a play going right. It fails. It's going to be 3rd and 3. No one cares. I don't even know what that's in reference to. 12 and a half minutes to go here in the second quarter. 3rd and 3 coming up. They've done a good job converting on 3rd downs in this game so far. A little surprising. This is their 6th attempt of the game, which is not great. They faced that many 3rd downs so far. Stroud to throw on 3rd and 3. He's got all day. He throws. That is, I think that's caught. I think that's caught at the 46 for the first down. Dalton Schultz that time. It was a low throw near the ground. I thought for a second maybe it hit the ground. We'll see the replay here. No, that's a catch. Great effort by Dalton Schultz there to make sure that did not approach the ground. That's a clean catch. That's kind of impressive. We've seen better players mishandle that completely. No one cares about it if you act casually. It's not an issue. Yeah, that's not been my experience so far, but good for you. I have to be very careful around here. And Marks gets the carry here across midfield. Gonna gain 8 or 9 yards. There you go. Down to 11 and a half minutes now. Texans are moving once again. Just don't do a dumb flea flicker this time. Or if you do, have a check down option. 2nd and 1, they do give him 9 yards there. And that may have been Nick Chubb on the carry. Good for you, Nick. Good for you. We like Nick Chubb. The former Georgia Bulldog. You know I like my Georgia guys. Nick Chubb out there now on 2nd and 1. I assume they're going to give it to him. Stroud under center here. It's at the Pittsburgh 45 and a half yard line. Stroud takes the snap, hands it off to Chubb. Chubb's going to get the yardage and a little more across the 40. And that's going to make it up to the 39 or so. It'll be first down Houston. They are moving it. I have a 9-year-old brother. How hard can it be? I mean, I got 5 siblings around here who all make the stupid joke. So, I do my best to be careful in my day-to-day life to not say those 2 numbers because I will regret it instantly. Yeah. All right, Houston at the 39 of Pittsburgh now. Stroud under center again. The run game is actually being effective now. See if they stick with it. Stroud hands this ball off, and he's got some room. He's going to get about 7 yards. Nick Chubb again, I believe. Having himself a nice drive here. You love to see it. You love to see it. Everybody likes Nick Chubb, right? Okay. All right, so Chubb. He's got 17 yards now, all on this drive. That's awesome. That's awesome. It's 2nd and 4 now. They got it at the Pittsburgh 33. All right. Under 10 minutes to play here in the second quarter. The offense here At the 33 of Pittsburgh, Stroud under center. Surely you're running it again, right? Stroud hands this ball off, and Marks gets the carry and a first down and more. He keeps going down inside the 15 of the Steelers. This is looking like a fantastic drive for the Houston Texans. There you go. Woody Marks in the run game. Woody Marks and Nick Chubb both making plays on this drive. Houston looks primed to score the go-ahead touchdown here. Great blocking there. Dalton Schultz getting involved. Some of the linemen helping out. Woody Marks making some moves. That's a good run for Marks, the rookie out of USC. There we go, man. There we go. Haven't seen much offense yet. Houston is getting it going, though. Woody has 44 rushing yards in this game. That's fantastic. That is fantastic. Under center again, Stroud hands this ball off to Marks. He's going to go forward for another 8 yards. Suddenly, the Steelers' run defense that started this game very well cannot get a stop. I mean, Houston's just handing it off every time they're running straight up the gut. They only gave him 7 yards in that, so it'll be 2nd and 3. The whistle was blown, so that means a man is down. Houston looks like they got a guy down the field. We'll see who it is. Uh-oh, that's Woody Marks. Woody Marks, the running back, is down the field right now. Oh, man, what happened there? It didn't look too bad. Oh, did he hit his head, maybe? Good grief. So that's going to be a game break. Clock stops in the second quarter at 8:43. Woody Marks goes down. They're checking him out at the moment. He's got 52 yards in this game on the ground. He's having a fantastic first half so far. Probably one of his best first halves of his career. That could potentially be a big loss in this game. Hopefully he's okay. We'll keep an eye on it. We'll see if the broadcast tells us or if Twitter tells us. But we will check, and we will find out. So commercial break now. Houston driving upfield, threatening to score the go-ahead touchdown. Man, great drive for them. I'm not sure what the pass-to-run ratio is, but the runs are definitely dominating here. Like, Pittsburgh has not been able to stop a thing on the ground. Which is a bit surprising, because again, on that first drive, they did a fantastic job shutting down the run game, and now they can't get a stop. We've been making fun of each other for 2 years now. It's not like I'm just bullying a girl. Yeah, I assumed as much. You said you were friends. I was not worried about that, but thank you for clarifying. Good for you, not just bullying somebody. That's nice. Yep. Alrighty. Well, that's fun though. That's fun. Lighthearted teasing is always fun. I'm sure she probably bullied you a lot when the Steelers beat you earlier this year, huh? Alright, they got out the Pittsburgh 5 when we return to the game here. Don't know what's up with Woody Marks. He went down the field. Injured on the play. Don't know what it is yet. You have a 9-year-old brother too? Oh boy. Super fun, right? It is. Just, yeah. The jokes they make in that age group, it's very interesting. Oh, alright. I haven't heard anything on Marks yet. It might be a minute. Looks like the game should be returning shortly, though. Hopefully the commercial break comes to an end. Again, it didn't look too bad for Marks. I'm not really sure what the supposed injury was on that play. It feels like he's been getting hurt every other game this year, though. Is that just me? I'll have to ask Daniel, but it feels like Woody Marks is just hurt every other week. It's kind of ridiculous. And you see him walking here as we return to the game. He's off the field, but he's walking on his own, so that's a good sign. You got 7 runs on this drive, 5 straight. It's 7 runs, 6 passes. Pretty good balance there. Stroud, fake the pitch here, rolling out to his right. He throws to Collins, and that is going to be a touchdown, Houston. I'm sorry, that's not Collins. That's Christian Kirk. I just can't read. Christian Kirk into the end zone, and Houston has the lead for the first time today. 6-3 is your score. Christian Kirk, 6-yard receiving touchdown. There we go. There we go. Houston fans, rise up. You got the lead. Like we said, don't even worry. Don't even worry. This is your game. That was a good execution there. You fake the pitch, and then you roll out to your right. And Kirk is just open. He's open. He has to get a little bit of yak to get into the end zone, but he did it. Don't need to talk about that. Sure. I wonder why. 14 plays, 92 yards, 7-minute drive. PAT is up here to make it 7-3. Houston mound control here. There you go. Alrighty. Great drive for Houston there. I mean, you can't really do much better than that. Steelers offense will take the field after this. As a reminder, the Steelers had a prime opportunity to go up 2 scores. I mean, they had the turnover on the flea flicker, you know. They get the turnover there off of Stroud. They force the fumble. And then the offense goes 3 and out. So Steelers fans, don't be mad at your defense there. Your defense gave you a great chance. Your offense let you down immediately. And then, yeah, obviously you don't want to give up that big drive, but honestly, Houston was going to get something going eventually. You need your offense to rise up here if you're going to have a shot to make this 4-point comeback, which would be a big comeback in this game. Yeah. All right, well, this is better than last night's game so far. We got an early touchdown. We had to wait a long time for the touchdown last night. If we get a second touchdown, we double that total, so let's hope for that. The Steelers' offense has, for the most part, been able to move the ball a little bit, just not enough. You know, we saw them on their first drive make it near midfield. We saw them get into Houston territory on the next drive and then get the field goal. And then on that last drive, they got the ball at their own 46-yard line or so. 45, 46, something like that, and they go 3 and out. So you can't have that if you want to be in this game. Fun fact, I hated her a year ago, but now we're good friends. She's nice now. Oh, there you go. Well, that's nice. Good for you. Good for you. And good for her, I guess, becoming nicer. All right, commercial break should be coming to an end soon, and we'll get back to the game. See if the Steelers can score on this next possession. They did start the game with the ball, I believe. So Houston is set to receive the opening kickoff of the second half. So if they play their cards right here, they play well in defense the rest of the quarter, and they score again, they could have a double-digit lead at halftime and get possession to start the second half. That is the hypothetical we want if we're rooting for Houston here. If you're rooting for the Steelers, you just hope they score in this drive. That's it. You need them to score in this drive. We talk about how the Steelers are the team that usually gets blown out in the playoffs. Gotta be careful here. Looks like Houston figured it out in offense, so yeah. All right, return to the game here. Houston set to kick off. Pittsburgh will receive. We will see if we get a return or not. All right. 8:28 to go here in the second quarter, by the way. Not a ton of time. Not a ton of time. 7-3 is your score. Houston with the lead. Fairbairn about to kick off here. And he does. It's up and away. And this is going to be fielded at the 13. Takes it across the 25 to the 30 to the 35. Going to go out of bounds near the 40-yard line. So, not the greatest play there for special teams if you're Houston. Steelers get good field position here. We'll see what they do with it. They had great field position last time and went 3 and out. So, nothing guaranteed here. At the 38 this time. Weirdly, she also became nicer when she broke up with her ex. Yeah, that tracks. That tracks. I think that's pretty normal. That would suggest it was a wise breakup. Yeah. 1st and 10 for the Steelers at their own 38. 8:24 on the clock. Rodgers under center. Takes the snap. Fakes the handoff here. Gets it out fast to, I don't know who that is. A tight end, I guess. Loses the yard there. It's a tight end screen. Don't love the play call. Looks like a classic Arthur Smith on that one. I think it was Jonnu Smith. Gets the reception and loses a yard. 2nd and long coming up here. All right. They're lining up already. They did not mark him for a full loss. They only gave him a half-yard loss. Here we go. Rodgers under center. Talking to his guys right now before he snaps the ball. Rodgers takes the snap. Fakes the handoff again. Pressure's coming. He has to get rid of that before going down. He takes a hit. And they throw the flag. No way. No way. They're not going to call roughing the passer, are they? It's got to be grounding. Okay, they call grounding. Okay, I was going to say, there's no way that's roughing the passer. That would have been crazy. They call intentional grounding. Rodgers is not happy. Let me see that. He's inside the tackle box. Let me see. Daniil Hunter there getting in his face. I mean, he's inside the box, and is there a receiver nearby? Nope. No, there's nobody there. There are no receivers anywhere near him. That looks like the correct call. It's intentional grounding. Loss of downs, and it backs him up. It's going to be 3rd and a mile here. 21 yards to be exact. 21 yards. 3rd and 21. Knowing their offensive coordinator, they're probably just going to hand it off or do a tight end screen or something. We'll see. 3rd and 21. Good grief. Empty backfield for Rodgers, so it's not going to be a run. And if it is, that would be remarkable. Rodgers takes a snap. He's going to, it's Gainwell who gets the ball. And he's going to gain a few yards, makes it maybe about 10, but nowhere near the first down marker. So that's going to be another 3 and out for the Steelers offense. Yep. All right. What's the most excited you've been about a Panthers win? Oh, gosh. Man. That's a good question. I don't know. I mean, it would have to be one that happened this year, because before this year, we didn't have a lot of wins that were relevant for us. So, I don't know. Maybe it was that Rams win. Honestly, I feel like my more excitable moments were during other teams' losses. Like, we got all these other teams losing for us. Like Atlanta winning several games for us, Tampa losing every week. I'd get excited over that. Meanwhile, my team takes losses instead of actually wrapping up the division. That's a tough question, though. I hate that that's tough. There just aren't many examples. Like, even this year, like, we got 8 wins, but early on, we started 0-2. We shut out the Falcons. That was pretty cool. And then we were 1-3 after the Patriots lost. We beat Miami, made the comeback. That was cool, but I still didn't feel great about the season. We beat Dallas, and then the Jets, blown out by the Bills. I was excited about that Packers win, but honestly, it was so boring to watch. I was excited. It's just, I don't think I was quite as excited during that game as I was during the Rams game, because part of me believed we could beat the Packers. I didn't really believe we were going to beat the Rams when we faced them. I thought that the Rams matched up well against us. It turns out they don't. It turns out we match up well against them. I don't really understand how, but let's see. Lost to the Saints. Falcons win in overtime. That was cool. We beat the Rams. We beat the Bucks. It might have been the win over the Bucks. That might have been the one I was more excited about, actually. Because we got that win, and I was really excited about that. How about playoff wins? Was the last one during the Super Bowl season? Yeah, our last playoff win was during the Super Bowl season, and I don't really remember how I felt. I was like, that would have been 10 years ago, so I was 11. I remember being really happy we were in the Super Bowl, but I don't remember anything leading up to it. I wasn't even really fazed when we lost, so yeah, I've never, in my lifetime, I've never witnessed my team win a playoff game and been able to be excited about it, because I just don't. Last time we did that, I wasn't a diehard fan or anything. But pretty sure that was our last playoff win. Because then we didn't make the playoffs again until the 2017 season, and we lost in the wild card to New Orleans. That sucked. But yeah, I guess I'm guessing the most excited I've been about a win probably was this year against the Rams or the Bucks. I've only witnessed my team win one playoff game, and hopefully that doubles soon. Hopefully. Yeah, not all of us are that fortunate to witness playoff wins, huh? That was a game against 40-year-old Josh McCown that was somehow only decided by one score. When did that happen? Would have been a minute ago. Good grief. Stroud here. 6:57 on the clock at the 19 under center, takes a snap, hands it off, and it's Marks back out there, I believe. So that's good to see. Got about 4 or 5 yards. You guys have big receivers that match up well against the Rams' small corners. That's my best attempt at an explanation. Sounds about right. Sounds about right. Yeah. It's still weird to me, It's still, I don't know. I mean, I'm happy with it, don't get me wrong. Happened in 2019. Clowney knocked out Wentz on a... Oh, snap. Yeah. That has been a minute then. Oh, no, Stroud lost the ball in the snap. The second time that's happened, but he gets it, and he's gonna... Oh, my gosh. He tried to get rid of it, and he lost it again. Oh, my gosh. The Steelers just got the ball. What is Houston doing? So it's a mishandled snap for the second time tonight. Stroud gets it, though. And then he moves up. And it looked like he tried to get rid of it, but he ends up losing the ball. It's a fumble, and the Steelers get... I mean, genuinely, what are you doing? Well, with that, it's another sloppy play by Houston, and the Steelers get their second fumble recovery of the game. This time, almost for sure, they are going to capitalize. They have it in Texans territory after that. At the 21-yard line, Rodgers under center. Surely you take a shot here soon. Rodgers takes a snap, pitches it here to Kenneth Gainwell. He's going to get dropped for about 3 yards. Not his fault. There was nothing he could do there. Texans defense is swarming in the backfield almost immediately. It's going to be 2nd and 13 or 14 to go. If they can hold him to 3 here, that'd be huge. Really bailing out the offense again. I mean, genuinely, that was so bad. I'm not sure what Stroud thought he was going to do there, running up and then trying to get rid of it. He should try to get rid of it immediately. He's trying to make a play once again, and once again, it did not work. 2nd and 12. Somehow they only marked him down for a 2-yard loss. My eyes must have deceived me. Rodgers looking to throw. Going to check this down to Gainwell, who's going to get dropped for another yard lost. 3rd and 13 now. The Steelers would get 2 forced fumbles and go 3 and out both times, wouldn't they? That's such a Steelers thing to do, but we'll see if that happens. 3rd and 14 coming up. Yes, Stroud, what are you doing? Beats me, man. Quarterbacks in that draft class love having ridiculous turnover-worthy plays. I complained about Bryce like every other week because every other week he'd have a bad turnover, but we're seeing Stroud do that tonight. Will Levis was a walking meme, and then Anthony Richardson is made of glass. And definitely did not take care of the ball very well. Rodgers empty backfield in 3rd and 14 from the 25. Dropping back to pass. He's got time. Pressure comes now, and he's going to check it down to Gainwell. The guy slipped down. Gainwell going to get really close to the first down. He got way closer than he should have. The defender near Gainwell at the beginning of that play slipped down on the play. It is 4th and 2. And at this point, I would probably go for it. You're trailing in this game. You got a huge turnover in Houston territory. I'm okay going for it here. Very fortunate to have a chance to go for it here. It should be about 4th and 2. Gainwell makes a play after the guy goes down. That's wild. Texans might fumble this game like CJ did with the ball. Man, it's possible. It's going to come down to this play here. This is a huge play in this game. 4 minutes to go in the first half. 4th and 2 coming up. Rodgers, Gainwell to his left. Takes a snap. Hands off to Gainwell. No, he keeps it, and he gets it. It's a completion for the first down inside the 10. Adam Thielen, the former Panther and well-known former Viking, gets the first down. It is 1st and goal, Pittsburgh. Man. Our previous playoff wins prior to the 2019 game were a win against Detroit and the Blair Walsh. Oh, yeah, the Blair Walsh missed 27-yarder. That's, yeah. Before that was the infamous NFC Championship game against Green Bay. I wasn't a fan for any of those. Man. Yeah, that's tough. All the good stuff happened before you were a fan. I mean, I was a fan when my team went to the Super Bowl, but I wasn't a diehard, so I barely remember it. It's a little different. Handoff here to Warren, who is not going to get very far, maybe 1 yard there. I think Houston is looking easier and easier to beat. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've said all along, I think y'all match up really well with them. Yeah. I guess I do worry maybe their defense will get after May. Seemed like the Chargers defense was able to do that, but that's really the one concern. I mean, Patriots-Texans might just be a repeat of Patriots-Chargers. Quite possibly. 2nd and goal coming up here, under 3 minutes to go in the first half. They got it at the 8. Rodgers under center here. Warren in the backfield. Player in motion, that's Jonnu Smith. Rodgers takes the snap, fakes the handoff, looking to throw. He's rolling around, he throws, and that's going to go out the back of the end zone just to nobody. It's going to be 3rd and goal from the 8. All of this for 3 points coming up, right? Who knows? Good job by the Houston defense that time. Bringing pressure on Rodgers. Oh, wait, hang on. We got a late flag. A late flag here. I didn't see anything, but they throw a flag. I'd like to know what it is. The announcers aren't talking about it. Oh, there it is. It's an ineligible man downfield. Yikes. Yeah, Pittsburgh, you can't do that. They declined the penalty. So is that penalty not a loss of down penalty, I guess? Okay, it is 3rd and goal now from the 8. All right, good night, Sox. Good to see you here. Take care, man. I'll never understand how Green Bay managed to lose that game. They intercepted Wilson for the 4th time with 5 minutes to go midfield, up 19-7. Somehow managed to lose. It's the Green Bay Packers. They find ways to lose. That's what it seems like. All right, Rodgers looking to throw. 3rd and goal. And, oh, man, he's going to go down at his own 18. Houston's defense gets the stop. That may have been Danielle Hunter getting the sack. And after all of that, Pittsburgh is going to have to settle for 3. Houston is losing the turnover battle 2-0, and they are going to have the lead. That's kind of ridiculous. Pittsburgh is, they're mishandling this very poorly. Oh my gosh. Houston doesn't even deserve this right now, seriously. That is so fortunate. I'm not complaining, don't get me wrong. I'm here rooting for Houston, but that's crazy. And it looks like that takes it down to the 2-minute warning. When we return, almost guaranteed, Boswell's going to go out for 3. It's 4th and goal from like the 17 or 18 yard line. Hey, this is something, man. This is something. It's a game. It's a football game. Yep. Yep. Got a commercial break here at the 2-minute warning, and man, 7-3 is your score, soon to be 7-6. Houston will have a chance to add on to their lead before the half. It feels like a game that's going to come down to the wire. Man. I mean, how do you get 2 turnovers, one setting you up inside the Houston 25, the other setting you up near midfield, and you do nothing but get 3 points? That's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. That could be a big difference in this game, you know. Like, generally, you win the turnover battle, and that is perceived to be the difference in a game. In this case, it could be you not doing enough off of turnovers being the difference in this game. Letting Houston off the hook here. Man, I look forward to hearing what Daniel thinks of the game later on. I'm sure he's got some thoughts. I mean, how could you not, right? Man. Still got the commercial break here. We'll return to the game as soon as we can. Let me check Twitter and see if I've missed anything interesting. At least they got 3 points each time. I'm honestly expecting Houston to score a couple more touchdowns, winning something like 24-9. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. And that's why I'm sitting here criticizing their inability to score the points off of turnovers, because you're probably not going to be that fortunate to have Stroud hand you the ball that many times again. You got to capitalize on your chances if you want to pull this upset in the playoffs. At least they got the 3 points both times, so that's true. That's true. That is definitely true. Better than nothing. But that's probably not going to be enough to win you the game. I'm saying all of this right now. Watch them win 9-7 in the end, all off of field goals. That would also be a Pittsburgh thing to happen. Returning to the game here shortly for Boswell to attempt a short field goal. I would be pretty shocked if he missed. He still has never missed in a playoff game, apparently. See what happens here. Houston's got plenty of time to work with to try to get more points on the board. They could also go 3 and out, though, and then give Pittsburgh the ball back. We'll see. It's a 35-yard attempt for Boswell. I think his previous one was also from around that range. Trying to make the score 7-6. The kick is up, and of course, it's going to be good. 7-6 is the score. Houston with the narrow lead here, losing the turnover battle 2-0, and so far it does not matter. 1:57 on the clock. Houston's got 2 timeouts to work with, and for what it's worth, Pittsburgh has 3 timeouts to work with here. So if Houston's offense stalls here and Pittsburgh gets the ball back, they could do something with it. Now, Stroud has mishandled 2 snaps in this game. It's been a problem. Very strange problem. I'm not really sure what's going on with that, because it's not like the snaps have been bad. Both times that Stroud lost the ball on the snap, it was not the center's fault. The snap was not bad. It's very strange, though. We'll have kickoff here momentarily. And Stroud has had a good day so far. Almost 100 yards in this game. Aside from turnovers, he's had a good day. He's got 4 fumbles in this game. That is disgusting. He only lost 2 of them, but the fact that he has 4 fumbles in one half, he's on pace for at least 8 fumbles. I know that's not how that tends to go, but still. That's wild. Taking their sweet time here. We'll have kickoff shortly. Houston has outgained Pittsburgh by over 70 yards. Winning the turnover battle has definitely helped Pittsburgh in this one, but yeah. Can't really hear but go Texans. There you go. There you go. Go Texans. Oh, wow. Wow. Wow, that's not very nice. That's rude. That's rude. Don't call your quarterback stupid. I'm sure he's a very intelligent person. Texans fan calls his quarterback stupid. That's crazy. We're going to have Houston returning here across the 15, and great special teams coverage for Pittsburgh. Oh, no, they whiffed. They completely whiffed there. They should have had him down at the 15. He made it up near the 20, though. Still pretty good, though. Houston probably should not have returned that one. 1:51 on the clock. Again, 2 timeouts for Houston to work with. Pittsburgh's got all 3, so if Houston's offense stalls here, could be bad. Winston had 7 turnovers a few years ago against the Panthers in London. I have no recollection of that, honestly, but that sounds like Jameis Winston to me, so I believe it. I don't even remember us in London, honestly. I know we played a Germany game recently. That's the only overseas game I can think of. Marks gets the carry here, goes for another 4 yards. He's been very efficient since that opening drive. Not something we expected. I thought they'd have an average day on the ground, but they've been able to move the ball on the ground against Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's run defense really letting them down here in the first half. 2nd and 6 coming up. The clock keeps ticking. Under 90 seconds to go here. We'll see. It was in 2019. Oh, pre-COVID, so basically 20 years ago is what it feels like. We won 37-26. That's awesome. That's awesome. Was that the year he threw 30 picks? Stroud throws here, short completion, and Christian Kirk, consistent target in this game, gets most of the yards on that one. It'll be 3rd and 1 coming up, and I think that a timeout was called. The clock stops at 1:07 here. Houston burns a timeout here, trying to conserve some time. Oh, my bad. Wait. Sorry. The Steelers took the timeout. The announcer said Houston, so Joe Buck got it wrong, not me. Not me. All right. That was the year he had 30 for 30 season. I want to see another 30 for 30 season. It can't just be Jameis Winston. We need another Jameis Winston. 5 picks and 2 fumbles is insane, though. You know what we really need, though? We need Nathan Peterman to play a full game, see if he can get to double-digit turnovers. He's capable. He can get to 10. 3rd and 1 coming up. The Steelers burnt a timeout. They're trying to get a stop on 3rd down to get the ball back. Houston has converted 5 out of 6 in this game. And it's going to be a QB run. Oh, the second effort might have gotten him there. Yep, that's a 1st down for Houston. Initially, it looked like the Steelers were going to stuff him there, but they kept pushing. Good effort by the Houston blockers there. Offensive line, receivers, tight ends, all putting in effort there. 1st and 10 now at the 33. Just want a field goal here at least. Stroud dropping back to pass. He throws short. It's caught. Going to go for about 5 yards. Cade Stover with the catch. Clock is going to stop at 41 seconds. Another timeout is going to be burnt. Man. And by the way, that was the tight end Cade Stover on that last play. It wasn't a QB run. It was the tight end run, which I think is a good idea. You don't want to give it to Stroud and risk an injury or anything, or a fumble. He's had 4 of those. Timeout called here, 41 seconds on the clock. When we return, Houston is trying to drive downfield and add on to their very slim lead. Very important drive in this game. Could come back to decide things. We will see. Commercial break here. We'll get into the stats more so at halftime. We won't really look at it yet. Let me check Twitter, though, see if I've missed anything important regarding this game. Does not appear that I have. There haven't been a lot of injuries in this game. That's definitely good to see. You had Woody Marks suffer a little bit of a scare earlier, leave the game temporarily, but he came back and he's still playing well. Let's see. Injury news for the Packers. Micah Parsons not expected to make it back for the opening of the 2026 season. That sucks. He's got the same injury that Mahomes had, right? Both tore their ACLs around the same time, so that would indicate Mahomes also won't be ready to start the season. Everyone recovers differently, though, right? So, who knows? Let's see. Oh, nope, not a whole lot being said about this game right now. Haven't missed any information, at least. Not that I can see. All right. We await the return of the game. We got another commercial break, so we are just sitting here waiting. We'll see if Houston can add on to their 1-point lead A field goal here would be great for them, you know. A 1-point lead is nice and all, but it puts you in risk to give up the lead pretty quickly if Pittsburgh can get another field goal, and they're good at that so far. They're good at getting field goals, so. Wonder if Fred Warner has a chance at returning this weekend. I wonder that too. I think he at least could return for the Super Bowl. I've read that. I haven't heard anything about him returning this week, though. For y'all's sake, I hope not. I mean, their defense is putting up great fights even without their best players out, so imagine they get him back. Man. Yeah, I'm guessing he won't be back yet. He'll probably push for it, but nah. They'd have to rush him back. Returning to the game here. There we go. Let's get it. See if Houston can do anything. They got 41 seconds to work with. Only one more timeout remaining, though. All right. 7-6 is the score. The Texans have never won a road playoff game, by the way. Don't think that's something we've talked about on the channel. I don't know if Daniel even realized that before this game. I'm sure he did, just didn't mention it. 2nd and 5 here. Pittsburgh showing pressure. We'll see if they bring it. Stroud to take the snap. They back off on the pressure. Only bring 4. Stroud throws across the field. He's open. It's going to be... Oh, my gosh, he dropped it. Jalen Noel, the rookie, could not bring that in. That is incomplete, and we're looking at 3rd and 5 here. That would have been huge for Houston. It hits him in the hands, and it's knocked loose on the hit there. You've got to hold on to that, man. You got to hold on to that. You got to make that catch. You got to secure that ball. You got to survive the hits. That is tough. That is tough, man. Wow. And with that, it'll be 3rd and 5, and the clock is set at 35 seconds. Still 1 timeout for Houston, but now if they don't convert here, Pittsburgh gets the ball back with 2 timeouts of their own. Uh-oh, looks like a guy's down the field. Don't know who it is. The Steelers have a guy down the field. Good grief. And now we're going to have all the injuries. All right, he's up and walking off the field. That's number 21, Chuck Clark, who I think is the DB who made the hit on the receiver there. Very important on that play. Let's see, what happened to him there? Oh, his own guy ran into him. Oh, yeah. Oh, that looks uncomfortable. Yeah. Well, good thing he's able to get up and walk off the field. Hopefully he will be okay. 3rd and 5 coming up. Big play here in this game. It could be the difference between 3 and 0. Houston's converted on 6 out of 7 3rd down attempts here. Pittsburgh is 0 out of 6, which, yikes. Houston's shockingly efficient here. Here we go. At the 38, Stroud takes the snap. He's got time. He's going to throw the short, and it's going to be complete to Christian Kirk for the 1st down at the 44-yard line. And they're going to have to burn their last time out here to stop the clock at 28 seconds. Yikes. So they're out of timeouts now. Yeah. Seems like the clock may not have been managed perfectly here. It is what it is, though. 28 seconds. You got a few more plays here to try to get into field goal range. Make the score 10-6 at halftime. All right. 28 seconds. They did burn that last time out. They're going to think things through, try to come up with a good play. They don't have to go all the way. They just have to get into range. And Kaimi Fairbairn is a good kicker. He can make it from 60 yards out. I don't know what his career long is. I don't know how far out he can go. But he's usually been reliable from 50 plus. He's perfect under 50 yards this season. I have a hunch he can make it from 60 plus, though. All right, here we go. Ball at the 45 of Houston now. Stroud, empty backfield, takes a snap. They rush 4. He's got time. He's going to run up. He's going to throw, and that is overthrown. Oh, my gosh. He has Nico Collins wide open. He is wide open. That would have been a big play. Guaranteed 3 points as a result. But he overthrows him. Good grief. I mean, he's wide open. Honestly, Collins could have housed that. I don't think that he would have, but there was a chance there to get some really big yardage on that play. Just can't make that catch. 2nd and 10 now, 22 seconds on the clock. They got at the 45. Stroud, they bring a lot of pressure. He throws. It's going to get caught, and it's dropped. Big hit. My goodness, no catch there. 3rd and 10, clock stops at 16 seconds. It's probably a good thing you dropped that because the time would have been drained real fast if he held on. Don't like that decision. Don't like the play. Good grief. It is 3rd and 10. I don't have a lot of faith in Houston to do anything right now, can't lie. They throw to Woody Marks there, who initially catches the ball, but Peyton Wilson, the linebacker for Pittsburgh, slams him to the ground. I mean, that was brutal. Again, good thing he didn't hold on to the ball. That would have been the end of the first half, quite possibly. 3rd and 10, 18 seconds on the clock. I think they added a couple of seconds there. Houston, 7 of 8 on 3rd down attempts. That is ridiculous. Here we go. Stroud. Back to his right. Takes the snap. They're bringing pressure. He's got time. He's going to throw, and that's caught at the 49. It's going to be 4th and about 6 to go, so yikes. Steelers defense gets to stop there, and they're going to have to punt. No field goal attempt on this one, unless they want to kick it from 68 yards. They don't got Cam Little on that team. I don't think they're doing that. So Houston's going to punt here to end the first half. Steelers will only trail by 1 at halftime. That is what it looks like, at least. Well, this has been some first half, I'll say that. It's been some first half. Did not like how they did that. They probably should have been able to get at least 3 points on that drive. Just missed a wide open Nico Collins. Man. Punt is up and away. It's going to land at the 11, and it's going to roll into the 8-yard line. And that's where Pittsburgh will take over with... No, never mind. The time was drained. No time on the clock unless they add time. And they will not. That is the end of the first half. Pittsburgh trails the Houston Texans 6-7. Steelers have had 2 turnovers in this game. They got the 2 fumbles off of Stroud that they recovered. And even still, they trail. Look, I'm rooting for Houston here. I've been open about that. But that is ridiculous that Houston is winning this game. They probably shouldn't be, but we will take it. Houston leads 7-6, and we're at halftime. And with that, let's check out some of our first half stats here. Not a whole lot to talk about, but we'll start with the Steelers here. Rodgers 9 of 15, 79 yards. Pretty much an average half for him. He's only taken 1 sack, so that's good. You got Jalen Warren 5 for 14 yards. Just not an efficient runner. 2.8 per carry. Kenneth Gainwell not doing a whole lot better so far. 3 carries for 10 yards. So the run game is not there for Pittsburgh. DK Metcalf, 2 catches for 42 yards, but did have a critical drop earlier in this game. That was tough. Kenneth Gainwell, 3 for 21. Valdez Scantling, 2 for 12. Adam Thielen, 1 for 4. Jonathan Smith, 1 for 0. Yikes. But they do have the 2 fumble recoveries. Yahya Black and TJ Watt both recovering 1 each. And that's basically all Pittsburgh has to say right now. Houston, on the other hand, Stroud is throwing the ball 20 times. It's a little bit of a surprise. He's got 118 yards through the air, 1 touchdown, 2 fumbles lost, and he's taken 2 sacks. Woody Marks, 11 carries for 59 yards. He's having a very good day on the ground. Nick Chubb, 4 carries for 23 yards, also being very efficient on the ground. Keep running the ball, Houston. Keep running the ball. That's been what's working for you. Christian Kirk having a great day, 5 for 58 and a touchdown. Nico Collins, 3 for 21. Stroud has been a little off target with him. They haven't been able to connect for a big play just yet. They've had it there. He's gotten open. They just have not been able to connect. So not a whole lot to say statistically. It's just 7-6. And for the most part, the game has gone exactly like you would have thought. So, yeah. Yeah, it is a game. And the winner of this one will go on to face the Patriots. And I would have told you pregame, and I probably did tell you pregame, I'm not picking Pittsburgh to beat the Patriots. I don't think they stand much of a chance there. It's possible. They already did beat them earlier this season. It can be done. I'm not amongst the few who believe that will be the case, though. On the other hand, a lot of people do think Houston is capable of going all the way, and I would agree with that. At least they're capable. So we've seen a lot of people actually picking Houston to not only win tonight, but then beat the Patriots in the next round. I don't think they match up very well with them. So I was already thinking before this game, whoever wins probably loses to the Patriots next week. And nothing I've seen in this game has swayed me from that take. Have not seen anything here. It's been rough all around for both teams. The Patriots also, though, they did look rough on offense last night. So if they do face this Texans defense, it could be similar to the game against the Chargers, which was close going into the fourth quarter. So, you never know. You never know. But either way, the winner of this game will advance and face the Patriots, and I don't think we've really seen anything to tell us that they stand a good chance, but every game is different. Anything is possible moving forward. We got 10 minutes until the second half, and Houston, I believe, will get the ball to start. Steelers' defense is going to have to come through for them. And they've done well overall. They've gotten 2 turnovers in this game. It's just the offense not able to do anything. So if you're a Steelers fan looking to complain, looking to put the blame on somebody, I'd be looking to blame the offense. I'd be blaming the offense here, personally. But all right, 9.5 minutes here. Honestly, there's not really much to say. Not much to say at all about this game. Just, it's not been a lot of fun to watch, personally. Yep. But if you like defense, if you like turnovers, if you like run games, this is probably your type of game. Probably something you might enjoy. Man, the playoffs started so well. You have the first 4 games all being absolute cinema. And then you have the game last night that was boring as heck to watch. And this one, so far, it's been a game. It's been a game. Better than last night's game, but we're not watching a lot of good production on offense. Stroud's not looking good. The Texans' offense, aside from the running game, has been lackluster. Steelers' offense can't do much. It's just, who's going to figure it out on offense? I think that's a big question here in the second half. Who's going to make the adjustments at halftime? Who's going to start converting more in the second half? Houston's converted 7 out of 9 third down attempts, which is ridiculous. That's an unbelievably high success rate, and it's probably not sustainable, you would think. Eventually, either they're going to stop getting those third downs, as in they convert sooner and they have more successful drives without needing to convert in third down so much, or the Steelers are going to keep forcing it and they're going to get stops, and eventually their offense will realize, hey, we need points to win the game, and they'll put up points. Yep. Got the 2 fumbles there, giving Pittsburgh 6 points. We'll see if they can clean up the snap issues they had in the first half. I don't know. Honestly, I'm ready to go to bed. I don't know if that's relatable or not right now, but I'm tired, and this game is not helping me stay awake. And now I got to yap until the second half. Let's see. If the Texans win, they'd be tied with the Cardinals for fewest playoff wins at 7. Yikes. Texans are the newest team, Cards are the oldest, sort of pathetic franchise. That is kind of crazy for Arizona. How have you not ever had much success as a franchise if you're one of the oldest? I do know they've had some bad luck with quarterbacks over the years, seems like, at least. I know this past year they had ridiculous luck with injuries all over the place. And I know some people will see that online and then go, well, the 49ers had more injuries and they're still winning games. I mean, I'd say they got better coaching and depth, for one thing. Seems like Arizona didn't have any depth, and even if they did, they lost it all. Yeah, Arizona, not a lot of success there, unfortunately for them. If we're talking about teams' futures too, though, we're referencing their pathetic past and up to this point. I don't think they have a good future right now. Like, they got a lot of guys there who can play if they stay healthy, but what do you do at the quarterback position? What are you doing at running back? You can't stick it out with James Conner forever. I think this is probably the year where they finally have to find a replacement for him. What are you doing with that receiver room? Because Marvin Harrison is the second best receiver on that team. I'd say Michael Wilson looked a whole lot better than him. You got Trey McBride at tight end. There's talent on the roster. Like, the foundation is there, but you need a quarterback, and I don't think they're going to get a good head coach this year. And the owner is cheap. Hey, I feel for you Cardinals fans out there. It's got to be tough. All right, let me check here. How much time until halftime? ESPN will tell you how long we have until the second half. It looks like we got about 4.5 minutes here, so that's good. Halftime moving a little faster than normal. Is it just me? Seems like that's faster than normal. No complaints. Again, there's not really a whole lot to talk about at halftime here. Usually there are things we can talk about, but just there's not much to say about the game. And any other topic we could use We went over that during previous halftimes of games. So yeah. So we're waiting it out here. I'm periodically checking Twitter just in case there are any sort of injury updates I may have missed. Doesn't seem that way though. Just a very meh game, I would say. Alrighty. 4 minutes to go until the second half here. Houston to get the ball. 5 minutes ago, according to ESPN, or the official broadcast. The app says 4 minutes, so I wonder which one's correct. I wonder how most Patriots fans are feeling right now, because I'm guessing they're probably pretty confident watching these offenses play tonight. I don't know how either of these offenses could advance and put up a lot of points in the Patriots. I would not be feeling good. So, in the other games we've got, I kind of feel like the games next week are not going to be that good. I think they'll be close, but Seahawks 49ers was not fun to watch the last time. I'm guessing it's not going to be a whole lot better this time. Could be wrong. Could be wrong. If you're a Seahawks fan, you probably don't want it to be fun to watch. But where's your partner? Thought he'd be doing this game. Yeah, welcome in, Education Unpacked. Daniel's watching with his family tonight, so he couldn't be on for the stream. So I'm going solo. We may hear from him after the game, or he might do his own thing like 30 minutes after. We will see. But, yep, couldn't make it tonight, unfortunately. And if they advance further, I'm guessing he probably won't do the next Texans game either, but is what it is. He's having fun watching with his family. So, yeah, but welcome on in. We got halftime here, and honestly, I'm just kind of bored. Can't lie. Just sitting here waiting for the second half. Man. We got a few more minutes until the second half, though. Houston, once again, set to receive the second half kickoff. We'll see what they do with it. At this point, if they score another touchdown, that might be enough in this game. Sounds kind of crazy, but I don't think it's too inaccurate. All right. Still got the commercial break here at halftime, and it's not much to say. And we're talking a little bit about next week's games. I don't think Seattle and San Francisco is going to be a lot of fun. It'll be low scoring and probably close, but I don't think it'll be fun to watch. You got Buffalo and Denver. I think that has the potential to be fun. I think that could be a good game to watch. Not sure, though. Could also be really boring. Seems like both offenses are probably going to be able to move the ball a little bit in that one. We'll see. We'll see. I think Buffalo actually has a good chance to be able to run the ball in Denver. Better chance than people are going to give them credit for. At least that's what I'm guessing. We'll see, though. We'll see. And then the other game, in the NFC, you got the Rams and the Bears. I mean, that's either going to be a great high-scoring game, or the Rams are going to blow them out. I don't think there's much in between there. Because I think the Rams are easily more talented than Chicago. But also, Chicago has no quit in them, so... Yeah, but I very confidently expect the Rams to win that game. And then, of course, the winner of tonight facing New England. I feel extremely confident that's not going to be a fun game. Either New England wins by double digits or it's a low-scoring game where both teams have a chance. I suspect it'll be similar to the Patriots-Chargers game, especially if the Steelers pull off a win tonight. But you never know. You never know. As of right now, I'm definitely picking the Patriots over the winner of this game. And I'm inclined to stick with my pick of Denver over Buffalo, but I don't feel great about it. I'm definitely taking the Rams over the Bears, and most likely going Seahawks over 49ers. I don't really have a reason to believe the Niners are suddenly going to be the better team. They weren't a couple weeks ago. But who knows? Just a few more minutes until the second half. After this next commercial break, I think we may have kickoff here. So we're about to survive halftime. Good job, everybody. We're almost there. We are almost there. Let's get it. Oh, man. Commercial break coming to an end here. We'll see if we get kickoff. I really hope we do. I'm ready. I'm ready for some ball. Ready for some ball. And Daniel watching this with his family. I look forward to hearing his thoughts on this game. I know he stopped by in the chat earlier and said CJ is stupid. His words, not mine. I was also highly critical of CJ, but I did not call him stupid. Yeah, CJ not having himself a good day. I mean, having 4 fumbles in 1/2 is pretty impressive, I gotta say. He only lost 2 of them, but still. It's a pretty big difference here. I don't think Pittsburgh has points without those fumbles. Oh, man. I'm still, at halftime here, I'm going to say Houston wins this game. Pittsburgh is very much in it, and they have some things going in their favor. But I'm going to stick with what I said all week, pregame, even all season if they had this matchup. Houston will win. That's what I'm going with, and I really hope that they prove me right. All right, we'll return to the game here, it looks like. Kickoff coming up. 15 minutes in the third quarter. Let's get it. We'll see if they made any adjustments on offense. Neither offense is really able to do a whole lot against the opposing defense. And these are good defenses. At least Houston has an elite defense, and Pittsburgh sometimes plays well in defense. I think in this game it's more so Houston's offense being gross, but Houston's offense has been able to move the ball on the ground a little bit, but otherwise it's been tough to watch. Here we go. Pittsburgh about to kick off here. We'll see what Houston could do. I would assume they're going to try to establish the run game again because they were really getting after it on the ground in that first half. I don't know why you wouldn't want to get back to it. Jalen Knowles set to return the kickoff here, and here we go. Start of the third quarter. It's going to be fielded at the 6, take it up across the 10, 20, and out of bounds at the 26. That did not take long at all. 3 seconds spent there for 26 yards. Here we go. I'm looking to see Houston establish the run here. We'll see if Pittsburgh's defense is able to step up on the ground game or not. I'm going to say if you're Houston, you make them prove they can stop you before you stop yourselves. Let's see. Mike Tomlin, 1-10 in the playoffs when trailing at halftime. That is a terrible record. Yeah. And, of course, they were trailing at halftime of this game. So if history were to tell us anything, they're likely to lose this game. Stroud rolling out to his left on 1st and 10. He throws. It's going to be caught for the first down. Going to make it to about the 40-yard line. There we go. Good start there. Stroud with a good throw and play action there. A little surprising they start with a pass. I thought they were going to try to establish the run immediately, but they do not. They throw, and it ends up being a good call there. First down, Houston, to start off this drive. Let's see. Listening to the announcers here, seeing what they're saying. Not really a whole lot we can use here, though. All right, at the 41, Stroud under center here. Player in motion. Stroud takes the snap. Going to give this to the running back, Marks, who's got a hole. He's going to get the first down and a little bit more into Pittsburgh territory at the 45-yard line. Woody Marks having himself a day. One heck of a playoff debut for the rookie out of USC. This guy went in the 5th or 6th round, and honestly, he wasn't that good this season. He was fine, serviceable. Good guy to have, but it was rough at times, if we're being honest. So it's good to see him having a nice day here. 73 yards in this game on 12 carries. Very, very good. If I were to tell you the over-under on his rushing total, if you put it at 50, I'm not sure I would have taken the over or not. I would have been very hesitant. If I had to predict it, I would have said like high 40s. Stroud keeping the ball this time. He throws. It's caught. It's a first down at the 31-yard line. That's Hutchinson, I think, his second catch of the day. Houston's offense is rolling right now. And that's going to make things very interesting. If they go up 8 points early in the third quarter, really puts the pressure on the Steelers' defense. And the Steelers' offense. And do we trust them to be able to tie this game up down 8? I wouldn't. And I'm sorry, that was Jaden Higgins, the rookie out of Iowa State, with the catch for the first down there. Go down around the 31-yard line. 1st and 10, we're under 13.5 minutes here, 13:24 on the clock. And hold up, we got a player injured on the field, so we got an injury break. I don't know who went down. They're not showing it. Shoot. For a while in this game, we didn't really have a lot of injuries, but it kind of feels like we've at least doubled or tripled the injury count in the past 15 minutes of the game. Don't know who went down, but hopefully he's okay, and hopefully he can stay in this game. We will see. Let's see. This is the 7th consecutive playoff game in which the Steelers have trailed at halftime, tied for the second longest streak in NFL history behind the Dolphins' active streak of 13 games. The Steelers' last playoff halftime lead was in 2016 at Kansas City. Wow. Yep, that's pretty bad. Can't lie. That's pretty bad. Still plenty of time in this game. They could break all the streaks here, but yeah, it's hard to feel good about them. Alright, I'm scrolling here. I don't think I've really missed anything. People were very quiet during halftime of this game. Nobody online had much to say, it seems like. Nobody notable, anyway, not that I'm seeing. It's just been one of those games. Let's see. Oh, Texans backup quarterback Davis Mills, whose wife just had a baby, will travel to tonight's game and will be available against the Steelers. Congratulations to Davis Mills and his family. That's awesome. Love to hear that. It's pretty cool that he's even at the game, too. I would not have faulted him if he were absent, honestly. Man. Let's see. Oh, here's a fun tweet. Packers fans hate LaFleur. Most other fan bases want him. Ravens fans hate Harbaugh. Most other fan bases want him. Dolphins fans hate McDaniel. Most other fan bases want him. Eagles fans hate Sirianni. Nobody wants him. That's pretty telling. I don't know if that's true about McDaniel. Do most fan bases want him? I know everyone would be happy with him as an offensive coordinator. I don't know that anyone is excited about him as a head coach, though. Correct me if I'm wrong. I may just be wrong, but... Anywho. Commercial break coming to an end here. Oh, and that's Cam Hayward who went down that last play. Slowly moving around the sidelines here. We'll see if he returns in this game or not. Don't know what the injury is, but that is a key part to this team. One of their best players on defense. Probably his last season in the league, if I had to guess. Back to the game now at the 31-yard line. Stroud under center. 1st and 10. Player in motion. Under center. He takes a snap. Hands this ball off. And he's going up. That's going to be close to a first down. Woody marks another good run. That's good for about 9 yards. There we go. There we go. Good grief, man. I mean, they're just running all over them. It's no contest. And I'm not sure what to make of that for the Steelers. We've talked about how their run game tends to be pretty inconsistent. Some games they look elite. Some games they look like Derrick Henry wants to set the single-game rushing record against them. I still wouldn't have said that Houston's mediocre run game was going to do this well. Now, this is a surprise. Stroud, it's at the 22-yard line. He's under center, 2nd and 1 coming up. Expect a run. It's a handoff, and Marks is going to get the first down. Only 2 yards in that carry, but that is enough. That is all he needs. There you go. All right, 1st and 10 for Houston at the 20 now. It's looking good. It's looking good. Cam Hayward back in the game. Honestly, you love to see that. You love to see that. Glad that he could make it back in. Wasn't sure if he would, but there you go. All right, and hey, we got the schedule for next week. The Bills-Broncos on Saturday, 4:30 Eastern. 49ers-Seahawks is the night game. I would have reversed that personally, but okay. And the graphic is gone, so I didn't see the other. Marks gets the carry here, and he's going to get another 4 yards or so. So it's another good run. Okay, but they just dropped the schedule on us. Let me go find that online. Let's see. Yeah, because I got some interesting thoughts. Or at least I'm interested. I've got thoughts on the schedule. Let's see. 2nd and 6 in this game. This time, not under center. It won't be play action, you think. Shotgun formation for Stroud. Takes the snap. He's going to throw fast. It's going to be caught by the tight end. He's going to hit immediately. Gains 2 or 3 yards on that one. So it'll be 3rd and 4 coming up. They were really good on 3rd down the first half, you guys. They were 7 out of 9. And again, that's ridiculous. You should not be able to go 7 for 9 in the first half on 3rd down. You shouldn't even have to go for it on 3rd down that many times. Like 9 3rd down attempts is insane to me in the first half. But that's what we got, and we'll see what happens here. 3rd and 4, surely you're throwing here. I'm not really sure why they stopped running the ball. On 2nd and 6, I would have handed it off again, but okay. Stroud back to his right. Takes the snap, dropping back. He's got time. He's got all day. He's going to have to make a play now. He throws. It is picked off. What are you doing? What are you doing? It is picked off, and the Steelers have the ball. CJ Stroud, dude. What are we watching here? Just a horrible throw. He had all day on that play. I guess no one got open. I don't know. But he had all day. Great protection. Eventually, he has to move up in the pocket. He's trying to make a play. And he's throwing to somebody. I don't know who that was. But it's well short of his receiver. The guy had no shot at it. That's all on Stroud. My gosh. That's his third turnover of the day. It kind of feels like he's trying to single-handedly lose them this game. That's so bad, man. That is... All right, well, we're gonna just quickly move on from that. I don't really know what more to say. I have nothing nice to say about that play. Just a pathetic play, honestly. Steelers take over in their own territory here. That's man, it's terrible. We'll see what the Steelers' offense looks like here in the second half. They didn't do a whole lot there in the first, but it's their third turnover of the day. They're winning the turnover battle 3-0, which is already ridiculous. Good grief. It's going to be fun hearing from Daniel and other Texans fans after this game, I got to say. Because I know I would be losing it if I watched my quarterback turn it over that many times. In a playoff game, you're supposed to win. And this is going to be Houston's best chance to go on a playoff run probably ever in their franchise history. This is probably their best chance to do it. They got to get this win, man. Good grief. We got the commercial break here. When we return, it is Pittsburgh ball. And they're going to have it. I don't think they actually counted the interception return. I think they marked them down. So they have it deep in their own territory. It's at the 4-yard line. So you would think they're probably not going to take full advantage of the turnover and score points. But you never know. Could happen. Rough stuff from Stroud in this game, though. That is your franchise quarterback. And he's going to be up for a contract extension fairly soon. If not this offseason, the next one. He's got to get it together at some point, man. He's just not been good since his rookie season. And I'm not even trying to hate. Like, I want him to be good for Houston. I want Houston to be good and, watchable in this game at least. But he's just not been very good. We'll see the replay here. Let's see if anyone got open now that they're showing us the replay. I thought the offensive line did a great job protecting him. They only rushed 4. He had all day to throw. And he has a guy open, too. He just couldn't get to him. The guy he was throwing to was open. He just threw it well behind him. He had Nick Chubb open basically the whole time, too. Or early on, he had him open. That easily could have been a big play, and instead, it's a turnover. Ball to 4. Rodgers under center takes the snap. Warren gets the carry here. And he's going to gain 3 or 4 yards. Oh, he kept going forward. He kept going forward. Turns into a 6-yard gain. Yikes. Texans' run defense has to do better there. Second and about 4 coming up. This is some game. This is some game. Second and 3. It looks like they gave him 7 yards in that run. Let's see. The Steelers haven't done a good job capitalizing on their previous 2 takeaways. Let's see if they do anything this time. Rodgers under center takes the snap, hands this ball off. And Warren is gonna be close to a first down. I think he probably should get that, but we will see where they mark him down. To my human eyes, that looked like a first down. Yeah, CJ trying to lose this. Yeah, that's what I said. I said it kind of looks that way. Kind of looks like he's trying to lose the game for them. Your defense will bail you out. By defense, you mean the Steelers' offense, right? Anywho, 7-6 remains the score in a lively game. I mean, I'm making all these comments as if this wasn't really what we expected, because it basically is what we expected. Oh, they get the flag here. Looks like the Steelers got a false start. That'll back them up 5 yards to their 9-yard line. Can't do that. Can't do that. That's on Johnny Smith, the tight end, also known as Arthur Smith's favorite player. 9:04 in the clock here in the third quarter. Both teams have all 3 timeouts for what it's worth. Steelers offense has to get going at some point. They got to put together a drive. I'm guessing it won't be this one, but they're only down 1 point. They're very much in this game. Their defense is making all these plays, or rather Stroud is looking foolish every other drive. Whatever way you want to lean there. They got out their 9 now. See if Rodgers and company can make a play. First and 15. Under center, Aaron Rodgers takes a snap. Gets a quick throw here. It's a screen play. And he's going to lose a yard there. That had no shot. Texans defense all over that one. Petrie making the stop there. Looked like it was supposed to be a wide receiver screen, and there's just no shot at that. The blockers were not doing their jobs, that's for sure. Yikes. I don't know who number 11 is for Pittsburgh, but he completely missed on that block. He makes that block, and they have a chance to gain some yardage, but no good. No good. So that's going to make it 2nd and 15. They did not mark him down for a loss of yardage. No gain, no loss. 2nd and 15. Let's see what they do here. Player in motion. Rodgers takes a snap. He's dropping back. Pressure comes. He throws. It's going to be caught for about 7 yards. That's Calvin Austin on the reception there. So you're looking at about 3rd and 8. It's a long way to go for this Steelers offense that doesn't like moving the ball. See what they do here. This figures to be a pretty big play because if Houston's offense gets bailed out yet again, it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. This is brutal to watch, man. This is tough. It's tough. But all right, see what happens here on 3rd and 9. Only gave him a 6-yard gain on that one. Empty backfield for Aaron Rodgers. You got a player in motion. Rodgers takes a snap. Pressure comes. He's got time. He throws. It's wide open for the first down. Valdez-Scantling for the first down there across the 25. He's just wide open. Houston's defense let him loose there. 1st and 10. They keep the sticks moving. 7-6 is the score. Steelers trying to take the lead on this possession. Valdez-Scantling gets open there. We'll see the replay here. How did that even happen? Looked like a good design. Good play call there. Good execution. 1st and 10 now at their own 29. Rodgers under center. You'd expect a handoff here to Gainwell. Let's see. It is a handoff to Gainwell. And he gets no help from his O-line. There's no one blocking. What are you doing, Pittsburgh? Oh, look, I like Gainwell, but... Well, if I'm Gainwell, I'm not staying in Pittsburgh. I think he's a free agent this offseason. I think. If I'm him, I am getting out of there, starting elsewhere. Good grief, man. Not to discredit the Texans' defense, but seriously, Pittsburgh's offensive line, what are you doing on that play? 2nd and 12 coming up. Down to 6 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. This is going by really fast, fortunately. Empty backfield for Rodgers. 2nd and 12, takes the snap, he throws, no, he fakes it, and he's on the move, he almost gets sacked, he's on the move, he throws, it is a throwaway, basically, because that had no shot of making it to the receiver. That's going to be 3rd and 12. Good effort by the Hall of Famer to not get sacked on that one. That would have been very detrimental to this drive. Good job by the Texans defense bringing the pressure, Daniel Hunter all over that, very close to bringing Rodgers down to the ground. Yikes. Alrighty. Rodgers had a chance at completing that, but he's on the run, and, this guy's a senior citizen. Like, he can only go so fast. Good effort to stay upright on that one. 3rd and 12, they got to get the snap off here, and they do. Rodgers dropping back to pass. He's got all day. He throws deep. He's going deep. He's got a chance, and you got to throw a PI on that, right? They don't throw the flag. I'm rooting for the Texans and strongly against the Steelers. I would have thought you'd throw the flag on that. Let me see the replay. You got to throw the flag on that. Are you kidding? They're saying it's not a foul. My gut says that should be a foul. Maybe I'm wrong. Regardless, it is not called on the field, so we move on. It is 4th and 12, and Pittsburgh will be punting. Let's see if we get a return here. It's going to be boomed inside the 20. They're going to return it across the 25. Going to make it to the 30-yard line before going down. So Houston gets pretty decent field position off of that. Man, oh man. Yeah, you very easily could have called PI in that. I thought that Lassiter was a bit too handsy for that to not be PI, but... They don't call it, so we're good. And again, we're rooting for Houston, so no complaints or anything. Just, I'm trying to be objective here, and I'm telling you, watching live, I thought that was PI. But got a commercial break now. Houston set to take over at their 30-yard line when we return. Score is still 7-6. What a game! Not the worst game of the weekend, but yeah. Now let's see if Stroud can lead the offense into the end zone this time instead of turning it over again. A very interesting trailer here. I don't know what that is. Sam Raimi movie. Okay. Definitely looked like it. Alright, anywho. Hopefully get back to the game here shortly. Just not a lot of excitement so far. You got the 3 turnovers for Pittsburgh, and they've got 3 points off of those turnovers. It's not good. Rodgers having a tough day. He's facing pressure left and right. Receivers aren't doing a lot to help him out. The run game barely exists. And for the offense of Houston, they've been able to run the ball really well. The problem is, eventually they try to throw the ball, and then Stroud does something really, really stupid, and they turn it over. So hopefully this time, they try not to rely on Stroud, and they just rely on the run game, because Stroud is making it abundantly clear that he is not going to be the reason they win this game. Remarkable, man. It's remarkable, but there's still a lot of time left in this game. Anything could happen. Houston's got the ball at their 30, 1st and 10, 5.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Currently on commercial break, but we should be getting back to it fairly soon. Now let me check online here, see if I've got any information that I've missed. Let's see. Yeah, just people making fun of CJ Stroud, basically. He's going to get memed, even if they win this game. There are going to be a lot of memes. Man, oh man. Return to the game here shortly. They're going to talk about that last play again, where maybe Lassiter was guilty of pass interference, but they didn't call it. If Rodgers in his prime threw that ball, it would have been in front of Calvin Austin, and he would have caught that, probably. Or in front, I mean, it was in front, but I mean more accurately thrown, because it was too far in front. I just said the wrong thing there. I thought one thing and said the other. Whoops. Return to the game here, though. Rodgers still unhappy about the no call there. Man, the fact that the Steelers have 3 turnovers in this game and only 3 points off of those turnovers, I'm pretty sure 3 off of turnovers. It's amazing. You get 1 point per turnover. Stroud, they go and play action here to throw. It's a short throw here. See if they get the yak, and he gets about 5 yards after catch. It'll be 2nd and 5 coming up. Hutchinson with the catch and run of 5 yards. If you're going to throw the ball, then that's how you do it if you're Stroud in the offense. You throw it short, and you make sure Stroud can't possibly do anything dumb to turn it over. Yeah, the broadcast literally said their feet got tangled as the explanation for why there's no call. And as the video was showing, the defensive back was grabbing Calvin Austin's shoulder pads, and his hands were all over him. I would have called PI. Personally. Stroud hands this ball off. There's a flag in the field. As it stands, it would be a 1 or 2 yard gain. We'll see if this is on the offense or the defense. It's a pre-snap penalty. Illegal motion on the offense, so that's going to negate the 1st down gain. So that makes it 2nd and 10. Dalton Schultz guilty there. Can't do that. And they're going to show all the turnovers Stroud has had. Now, we're making a little bit of fun of Stroud here because he's made some really, really horrific plays. But if we're being objective, we also got to give credit to the Steelers' defense because on 2 of those plays, they were just bringing immense pressure on him, really getting after him, getting in his face. On that interception, though, that was all Stroud. That's completely his fault. Stroud dropping back to pass on 2nd and 10. He's running up now. And this time, for once, he decides to hold on to dear life. Does not drop that ball, but he does take the sack. So it is 3rd and 10. That looked pretty similar to the plays where he fumbled it. But again, that time, did this with his arms, hold on to the ball. Good to see him learning from his numerous mistakes here. Unfortunate play, though, for Houston, because Dalton Schultz is wide open down the field there. That would have been a gain of 20 yards. But Stroud ran up instead. 3rd and 10 coming up. You're going to have to throw here to convert. Stroud takes the snap. He's got time. Great protection. He throws. The receiver fell down, and even if he didn't, that ball was badly thrown. I don't think it matters that the receiver went down there. That ball did not look catchable. So the Houston offense does nothing. They go 3 and out, and Pittsburgh's going to get the ball back. Let me see the replay here, because you do see Nico Collins slip down, and it's not the defender's fault. That is all Collins, unfortunately, just slips down. I don't think he's catching that either way, unfortunately. Somebody help me. This game is so bad. Oi. Great punt here. Lands at the 10. Gonna return it. Calvin Austin on the return. Makes it back to the 20. And down around the 24-yard line. That was a great punt. He absolutely boomed it. Unfortunately for Houston, they do get a good return. So now the Steelers take over at their own 24. And we get to watch the Steelers offense play football again. Yay. Yep. All right. And we got another commercial break here as the Steelers offense is set to take the field. Yeah, this is something. This is a game, guys. This is a game. I feel like that's really the best way of putting it. This is a game. Oh boy. I still think Houston probably wins this game. As time goes on, I feel less and less certain about it, though. I mean, we're at the point where I don't even know what to tell you guys right now. I don't know. I'm usually pretty good at just saying things during the breaks, but I got nothing right now. I really don't know. Steelers have the ball at their 24-yard line. We got 3:42 to go in the third quarter. And around here, we're rooting for Houston. And, of course, I dislike the Steelers, so I'm rooting against them anyway. It just so happens that Houston is a team I generally would root for my friend. So, rooting for Houston here. Hopefully, their defense gets another stop because their offense is just not going to do a thing in this game. I think that's what we are seeing time and time again. Pretty painful. But we got the commercial break here. It feels like we are having way too many commercials, but it's not like they're that less entertaining than the actual game itself, unfortunately. Gotta say, I cannot wait to see all the memes of the game after. You just know you're going to get some Stroud memes. I'm sure you'll get some Steelers offense memes, or there's something about them not scoring points. Man. It would be very much like the NFL this year for the winner of this game to somehow beat the Patriots next week, because nobody watching this game is going to think that the winner here stands much of a chance next week. Understandably so. But anything could happen. Anything could happen. Alright, return to the game here at last. I don't know why we had to have such a long commercial break there, but here we go. See if the Steelers offense can finally get moving, or if we will continue to have a 7-6 score. My guess is we will continue to have a 7-6 score. At this point, I have to wonder if that is the final score of the game. It very well could be. Okay, Steelers offense on the field now. Rodgers under center at the 24. See what they do. Surely you run the ball, right? Either that or play action, quick throw. Rodgers takes a snap. He's going to fake the handoff. It is play action. He throws. It's going to be caught. Caught across the 40 of Pittsburgh. I think he'll be marked down near the 45. That is a first down. I think that is Adam Thielen. Familiar face there. We like him here in Charlotte. He was good to Carolina, so we do like him. Good catch by Thielen. All hands on that one. It was a high throw from Rodgers. Little high. Good throw, though. Good throw. Good catch. The veterans there making the play. So it'll be first down now. Down to 3 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Oh my goodness. Houston's defense, you got to clutch up here. You got to lock in. Your offense ain't going to get the job done. At the 45 now, Rodgers takes a snap. He keeps it. He's looking to throw. And he's going to get rid of this for no gain. It probably would have been better if Jonnu Smith did not catch that ball. Rodgers just had to get rid of it before going down. But I would have thrown that away instead of trying to hope that Jonnu Smith could make a play. He had no shot there. It is 2nd and 11 as he's dropped for a loss. Yikes. Yikes. 2nd and 11 coming up here. We'll see what happens. Down to 2.5 minutes here. 2nd and 11. They got it at their own 44. Rodgers, shotgun formation. You got the back to his right. Play clock winding down. He snaps it. He's dropping back. He's got time. Pressure comes, and he just gets rid of it. It's incomplete, and we're looking at a 3rd and long already. Well, it was nice when they had that first down play a minute ago, but I think that might have been the last offensive play we really see here in the third quarter. Good chance here. And Rodgers got rid of that just in time. He was about to get sacked. He just has to get rid of it. Texans are bringing the pressure here. Rodgers had time for a minute there, but the pocket collapses real fast in the NFL. 1 second you got all day, the next second everything closes and you have to get rid of it. 2:10 on the clock, 3rd and 11. You got to have it here. Gainwell to his left, shotgun formation. Rodgers takes a snap, dropping back to pass. He's got all day. Oh my gosh, they batted it out. Houston nearly gets the turnover there. This is going to force a fumble, though. Rodgers had plenty of time, and it looked like he was about to throw deep or across the field, but the Houston defense got there just in time to knock that ball out of his hands. 4th and 25. Obviously, they're going to have to punt the ball after that. If you love defense, this is your type of game. Rodgers had time there, but either Will Anderson or Danielle Hunter, one of their premier edge rushers, got there. He beat his guy at the very end there to get to him. Good punt here. He's going to field it at the 13. Houston going to take it across the 20, out of bounds at the 23, 24-yard line. I don't know why Noel went out of bounds there instead of going to the left to try to fight for more, but okay, you do you. 1:29 on the clock here in the 3rd quarter. We are still scored here at 7-6. If we weren't live for this game, this is the type of primetime showdown that I wouldn't have really paid that close attention to. This would be one that I watched the first quarter of, realize we're in for a boring one, and then just keep track of the box score and then catch to the end of it. Because this has not been fun. So we got a commercial break here. Once again, it's kind of what this game has been. The offenses maybe make 1 play, 2 plays, and then they punt shortly after, and then we have another commercial break. So if you got a commercial in this game, good for you, because you're getting a lot of money off of it. Oh, wow. Oh, boy. Cowboys rookie defensive end Donovan Ezeraku arrested for reckless driving. Ugh. Come on, Dallas. That's tough. Hopefully he won't make any more mistakes like that. Let's see if I miss anything else. Wide receiver Justin Watson being evaluated for a concussion, questionable to return. Honestly, haven't seen him in this game at all, but hopefully he will be okay. See, Steelers defensive takeaways 3, Steelers total 0.6. It's been that kind of game. Let's see if I missed anything else. Oh yeah, they're already making memes about this game. Good. Good. This game deserves to be meme for its lack of offense. Here's a question from somebody. Damian Woody was asking, why does Stroud refuse to use his legs? You got the best defense in the league backing you up, just be smart with the ball. It's a good question, isn't it? Dude kept trying to throw when pressure was collapsing around him, and instead he'd lose the ball. So it's a good question. We haven't seen Stroud run, and we know that he can be mobile and he can take off and run. So that's a good question. Why aren't we seeing Stroud run the ball more? Why don't we see him take off running when the pressure comes? He's just trying to make throws through the air, even though the Steelers' run defense has been really bad. Still have the commercial break here. We'll get back to the game shortly, and we'll see if the Texans' offense can change our score. It is still 7-6. I feel like it has been 7-6 since forever. I don't remember the last time we saw points being scored. Not since near the end of the second quarter. Pittsburgh kicked a field goal at the end of the second quarter. Yeah, that's right. That was off of the turnover. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Houston's got the ball at their 23-yard line. They are lining up now. And you just hope that something happens here. Stroud under center, 1:29 on the clock. Woody Marks in the backfield, it looks like. Stroud takes a snap. Gives this ball to Marks. No, he keeps it. He throws, and it's going to be dropped. It would have been a first down. Collins the target there. It was thrown into heavy traffic. That's a hard catch to make. You still expect your wide receiver 1 to make that catch, though. Oh, looks like he's slow to get up, actually, so that might have affected that. Let me see the replay there. Joey Porter, the primary guy in coverage there. Let's see what happened here. Yeah, that's good defense, hard catch to make. And Nico Collins' hands immediately go to his head at the end of that. Hopefully he's okay. And he is leaving the game right now. He's walked off the field. They're going to have to check him out for a concussion, I'm guessing. Man. Yeah, his head hits the ground at the end of that play. Head first. Alright, well, that makes it 2nd and 10. Nico Collins, easily their best receiver on the team. It's a pretty big loss for them if he can't return to this game. Even though he's not done anything in the stat sheet here. Oh my gosh, Stroud just lost the ball again. He hops on it this time. That is the 3rd time the ball snapped right to him, and he just... How does that keep happening? It's not a bad snap. That's the 3rd time the ball snapped to him. Let's see. Oh, he wasn't looking. Oh, okay, this time it wasn't Stroud's fault. Okay, I retract that. I see the replay. Stroud looked to his left, and then suddenly the ball hits him, and he's surprised. The 3rd time there's an issue with the snap, and it's 3rd and 15 now. Alright, shotgun formation on 3rd and 15. Stroud takes a snap, dropping back to pass. He is going to throw. It is wide open. It's caught for the first down. Christian Kirk with the big play. Finally, Houston's offense does something. We have been waiting all night, it feels like. And that is a huge play in this game. If he doesn't convert that, the Steelers get the ball back, and maybe their offense gets a chance to do something. Great play by Christian Kirk, who has done well in the passing game. Without him, I don't think Houston has any big plays in the passing game. That's the 2nd time we've seen Christian Kirk come up big for them. My goodness, he's wide open. Just beats the defense there. Wow. And that's probably the last play of the 3rd quarter here. Christian Kirk over 100 yards in this game. It certainly doesn't feel like it because, yeah, there's not been a lot of offense in this game. It's been pretty boring to watch. But that's the end of the 3rd quarter. A big play to Christian Kirk. Score is 7-6, and Houston is driving. When we return, it'll be the start of the 4th quarter, and Houston has the ball at the Pittsburgh 36-yard line. Already in field goal range. Honestly, at this point, a field goal might win it for them. I wouldn't even be surprised. What a play by Christian Kirk, and he's got to be your MVP on offense if you win, right? Man. And that was near disaster, too. Like, the play before that was the bad snap there. Stroud wasn't ready for it. Nearly ends up turning that ball over, but he hops on it and then throws deep. Again, shout out to the Houston offensive line. They face so much criticism, and rightfully so. But if you're going to criticize, you also have to give out praise when it's due. And I'd say they're playing really well tonight. So just shout out to them. Alrighty. Commercial break now. Once again, feels like we're getting a lot of commercial breaks. Alright. Yeah, I've never wavered in my stance. Even during this horrible game, I maintained that Houston would end up winning. I'm not going to back down on that now. I say that and they're going to have another turnover, right? But Houston finally doing the right things here. If they keep it going, they could take a 14-6 lead. And the way Pittsburgh has played, that feels like it'd be game over. That's what it feels like. But there's plenty of ball left to be played. 15 minutes to go. I think both teams probably have both timeouts, or all 3 timeouts remaining. If I'm Houston, I'm not throwing again, unless I have to. I'm going to hand this ball off in the next 2 plays. Try to reestablish the run game. It's been a minute since you got to do that. It was working really well in the first half and to start the 3rd quarter. Now that you got it in Steelers territory, now that it's 1st and 10, you should hand that ball off to Woody Marks, see what he can do. Try to get him over 100 yards too, because that would be really nice for his first playoff game. That's just me, though. We'll see what the Houston offensive coordinator says is a better idea. Man, Christian Kirk having himself a night, though. He's not really done much this season. He was injured for most of it, and even when he returned from injury, he didn't really have a huge impact on the games. But tonight he's the difference maker. In a game where many thought Nico Collins would be the only guy moving the ball through the air for Houston, it's Christian Kirk going off. So, how about that? And Nico Collins is being evaluated for a concussion and is questionable to return. They'd like to get him back, but if they score a touchdown on this drive, they can still win without him. They might not even need a score, honestly. I mean, Pittsburgh might not do anything anyway. Alright, return to the game now. Looking forward to seeing how this plays out. Hard not to feel good about Houston's chances here, but the score is only 7-6. We'll see what happens. Stroud takes the snap, is going to hand this ball off. That's the right call. Marks is going to fight for it for about 3 yards, but hold up, there's a flag. Please don't tell me they were holding. Please don't tell me they're making another mistake to shoot themselves in the foot. That's what it is. It is holding on the offense. Titus Howard guilty of holding there. That'll make it 1st and 20, backing them up. That takes it to the Pittsburgh 46, on the edge of field goal range now. Alright, gotta have a good play here. I might still be inclined to hand it off here, try to get some of the penalty yardage back, and maybe get you back into field goal range. I don't know if they would still be in range right now. Fairbairn can probably hit it from 64, but that might be too risky here, and I don't know what the weather is saying there. 46-yard line, it is going to be a handoff here, and Marks is going to get some yardage back across the 40-yard line. He'll be down around the 38, 39. And, oh boy. Let me listen here. Collins being carted off. So Nico Collins, the top receiver that Houston has, is being carted off to the locker room. Sounds like the guy's got a concussion. Given that he's being carted off, he's very likely not going to return. Houston on 2nd and 13. Stroud throws to an open man 3 yards downfield. That's Christian Kirk again. Turns that into 5 or 6. It's going to be 3rd and mediocre coming up. Got the 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 range. If they can convert here, that's huge. If they have to settle for 3, it's not the worst case scenario. So, Collins is not officially out yet, but the fact that they are carting him off to the locker room is highly concerning. Alright, 3rd and 6 coming up. Again, Houston's been very good on 3rd downs in this game. Shockingly good at that. They got it at the Pittsburgh 32.5-yard line. In field goal range, Stroud takes the snap. They're bringing pressure. He throws. It is going to be incomplete. Hard catch to make. They couldn't quite connect there. No flags. It's 4th and 6. I mean, you got to go for the field goal here, right? You know, if I'm Houston, and I'm not an offensive coordinator, I don't call plays, I don't know what I'm talking about. I feel like I would stop trying to throw at the guy that Joey Porter Jr. is covering, because so far you've not had any success doing that. So maybe just don't. Porter is locking down your guys. Fairbairn going out there here. 51-yard field goal attempt. He's been very good for Houston. Can he make it here? From 51, it is up, and that looks like it's going right down the middle. That is a great kick by Fairbairn to make the lead 10-6. Finally, somebody has scored points. It's been a long time. Houston leads 10-6, and now the Steelers, with 13 minutes left to play, have got to score a touchdown. Have got to score a touchdown. Field goal's not going to cut it. I guess they could score 2 field goals and win 12-10. Gosh, I hope not. We got a commercial break here now after that score. When we return, Steelers will receive the ball after Houston kicks off. This game stinks. If the score is 10-6, that pretty much tells you all you need to know. Yep. We're awaiting updates on Nico Collins. They did cart him off to the locker room. He's got a concussion, or being evaluated for a concussion, and questionable to return. Given that he was carted off the field, I don't feel good about his chances to return, but that is huge in this game. If they need a game-winning drive or something later in this game, Nico Collins would have been the go-to guy. So if he's off the field, that completely changes the dynamic for this Houston offense. So we'll keep an eye on that. We'll see if he can return. For Houston's sake, hopefully he can. But at least Christian Kirk is stepping up in this game. Over 100 yards in this one. Really impressive day for him. Let's check some other stats too. I don't think I've done that in a minute. Obviously, we just mentioned Christian Kirk. He's over 100 yards in this game. Most of that on 2 plays, really. He has had 2 really big plays. Woody Marks has 95 yards on the ground. Please let that man get to 100. Please let it happen. Stroud somehow has 208 passing yards. Doesn't feel like he even has 100, but yeah. He's got the interception that was horrible, and then the 2 lost fumbles that were also horrible. If they lose this game, it's on Stroud. There's no way around it. It's on Stroud if they lose. And if they win, you can thank the Houston defense. And Woody Marks and Christian Kirk all doing well. No one else receiving-wise has really done anything. Even Nico Collins, I know we're making a big deal out of him potentially being out for the game. He does only have 3 catches for 21 yards. Mostly been locked up tonight. Part of that has been Stroud missing him on the few chances downfield that he's had, but still, just not a lot going on there. Rodgers is 14 of 23 for 119 through the air. No touchdowns, no picks. He's been sacked twice. No turnovers by him, though. Warren, 7 carries for 24. Kenneth Gainwell, 4 carries for 8 yards. Just not any form of a run game there. Cannot move the ball on the ground. Metcalf 2 for 42. MVS 3 for 26. Thielen 2 for 25. Gainwell 3 for 21. Calvin Austin 2 for 6. And Jonnu Smith, amazingly, 2 for -1. So nothing at all noteworthy for the Steelers offense. It's really just their defense keeping them in this game. Or rather, CJ Stroud keeping them in this game. However you want to look at it. Score is 10-6, and you need the Steelers offense to finally do something in order for them to make this comeback. If I'm being real, I don't believe in them. I don't see how it's happening here, but never say never. Got kickoff here. It's going to be fielded at the 7-yard line. Going to make it across the 20 to the 25, up to about the 30, down around the 31-32. That's Kenneth Gainwell on the return. They'll take it. They'll take it. It's not the end of the world if they don't score on this drive. With how their defense has been playing, they probably get another possession after this. The risk with not scoring on this drive and giving them the ball back is Houston finally puts together a good drive, and then they score a touchdown and put the game away. So ideally, you want at least 3 out of this drive, so you don't have to solely rely on your defense. But we'll see what happens here. No offense so far for Pittsburgh. Despite having 3 turnovers forced in this game, they've only got 6 points. Hard to have faith in them, but we'll see what happens. They got it at the 31. Rodgers going to give this to Gainwell. Oh my goodness, he's going to get the first down, and he's going to make it near the 45 of Pittsburgh. Finally, a good play for the Steelers there. Gainwell finally getting some help there, too. For the most part tonight, when we've seen him get the ball, he's not had any blocks from the offensive line or players downfield. He's had nowhere to go. Finally, that time, there's a hole for him to run through. Gainwell gets the first down. We're under 13 minutes to play in Pittsburgh. Good start to this drive. They have it at the 45. We're being all negative about them, but they're 55 yards away from taking the lead in this game with a touchdown. Shotgun formation here. Gainwell to the left of Rodgers. See what they do. All right. Takes the snap. He's dropping back to pass. He's got time. He throws deep. He throws deep, and he's not going to connect. Oh, my goodness. He almost made an amazing catch. Calvin Austin almost makes an amazing catch, but he can't do it. Good defense there. We'll have to see the replay there. I'm pretty sure that ball hit the ground. Great coverage by Houston to tip that ball, and good pass breakup. And then Austin almost brings that in anyway, but it does hit the ground. Very clearly hits the ground, so it's incomplete. Heck of an effort, though. If he'd made that catch, that would have been an all-time moment for the Steelers in the playoffs. Easily their best play of the night. Honestly, the almost catch is still probably one of their best plays of the night. Anywho, they got it at the 45 still. See what they can do. Play clock winding down. Gotta snap it. Rodgers gets the snap off. It's going to be a handoff here, and he's going to lose 3 yards. That was horrible. Kenneth Gainwell there has nowhere to go. Man, that's so bad. That is so bad. It is 3rd and 12 coming up here. The Steelers finally moving the ball on offense, and then they do that. Take the deep shot. It's just great coverage, so it doesn't work. Handoff here, and the Steelers' offensive line does not want to help Kenneth Gainwell for the most part tonight. 1 for 9 on 3rd down, and it's 3rd and 12 here. You can't feel good. They average 11.3 yards to go on 3rd downs. That is ridiculous. Rodgers empty backfield to take the snap here. See what he's got. Drop him back to pass. He's got time. Oh, they get to him. They bring him down. The ball may have come out there. Houston's got the ball, and it's live. Houston's running it back. As of now, this is a scoop and score. As of right now, Houston is on the board with a touchdown. This game may have just ended, ladies and gentlemen. We will see. As of right now, Sheldon Rankins has got the scoop and score. Let me see that replay, though, before I adjust the score here. This could be the game. That's the call on the field. It's a forced fumble, run back by Houston. Will Anderson coming off the right side there to the left of Rodgers. Really getting after him. He was blocked initially, but, just horrible protection. Horrible protection by the Pittsburgh left tackle there. That looks like a clean fumble. That is a scoop and score. And this game may be over. That is a scoop and score. That's a touchdown. Wow. The Houston defense completely bailing out their offense in this game. Unbelievable. PAT going up now. It's up, and it's going to be good. 17-6, just like that. Will Anderson knocked out the ball. Sheldon Rankins picked it up and ran it back. That is a scoop and score. 17-6 is the score. 11:23 left in this game, and you have to think it's over. You have to think it's over. Pittsburgh's offense has done nothing all game long. Surely they're not about to do something here, right? I'm rooting for Houston, so I'm happy with that, but for entertainment's sake, I wouldn't mind Pittsburgh somehow scoring a touchdown, honestly. I mean, there's not much you can do for the Steelers offense there. I mean, initially he had time to throw, and then the left tackle basically just got mauled by Will Anderson. Didn't stand a chance on that one. Very, very bad blocking there. Horrible, man. Good for Houston, though. Their defense bailing them out, and it's looking likely we're going to see Houston take on New England a week from now. All right. What a game this has been, huh? So the Steelers are going to need to score a touchdown now. I think they're going to have to score points. A field goal could also work, but on their next two possessions, they need 8 points and then 3 points. The Steelers returning this ball across the 25, going to make it, hurdle a guy. Oh, good stuff by Gainwell, making it up to the 33. Got about 5 more yards than you would have expected there. What a game this has been. What a game this has been. You know, we've seen some crazy things from Aaron Rodgers in his career. It wouldn't be too insane for him to somehow lead this team to a comeback. It goes against logic. It probably won't happen, but I'm just telling you, we've seen crazier things. They got 1st and 10 here inside their own 35 at the 33. It'll be shotgun formation. Looks like it's Jaylen Warren. Okay, Daniel, let's not say that. Let's not. No, you're not. No. Rodgers takes the snap here. Warren. He's going deep. He's going deep. It is a miss. Looking for Pat Freiermuth there. Cannot connect there. That's the first time we've even seen Pat Freiermuth in this game, which is a little surprising. He's a pretty solid tight end. My goodness. If this is the last we're seeing of Aaron Rodgers, I'm a little disappointed. I would have liked to see him go out with a good game, but this has been brutal. I don't know if he's retiring. I don't know if he's coming back, but it's possible this is his last game. Rodgers to throw here in 2nd and 10. He's got time. Going to check this down. Warren gets hit immediately. He holds on to the ball, though, so it'll be a 4-yard gain. 3rd and 6 coming up. Under 11 minutes to play now. Hold on for 11 more minutes, and Houston will have a date with the Patriots. Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 6. It's going to be... Holds on to it. Pat Freiermuth there gets the first down. Pat Freiermuth, the tight end. Oh, there's a flag, too. I don't know what it is. Thrown to the tight end on back-to-back plays. With how fast they snapped the ball, you would have thought somebody was offsides. Oh, no, it was 12 men on the field. That also makes sense. Aaron Rodgers always knows, man. I guarantee you he realized there were 12 men on the field, and that's why he snapped the ball so fast. Steelers finally in Texans territory. It's been a long time since we could say that. Freiermuth gets it to the 45 of Houston. This is when they absolutely needed a drive, and at the moment, they've got life. Shotgun formation coming up. Gainwell to the left of Aaron Rodgers here, who needs to make another play for them. See what they can do. 10.5 minutes to play in the game. Rodgers dropping back to pass. Pressure's coming. He runs up, and he's going to go down. I'm surprised that he tried to take off running. Nope. That was never going to work. So it's going to be 2nd and long coming up, and we'll be under 10 minutes to play by the time they snap the ball, almost assuredly. Man, oh man. All right. I really don't know why Rodgers tried running up there. I don't know. He wasn't going anywhere, man. At the 48 now. 2nd and 13. Rodgers back to his right. Takes the snap. Dropping back to pass. They only bring 3. He's got time. He's going to his left. He's going to throw across the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Into coverage there looking for Metcalf. That's Bullock there in coverage. I mean... At least you're trying, man. Pittsburgh finally taking some shots here. That's what you got to do. We haven't seen that a whole lot. Just can't connect with these guys downfield. It's not a good group of pass catchers for the Steelers. Just couldn't connect with Metcalf there. He had a shot at it, though. Like, that's a hard catch for Metcalf to make, but it was accurately thrown. Like, it goes through his hands a little bit. It's really hard to make that catch as he's going down, being tackled, basically. which, yes, you could possibly call PI. Rodgers empty backfield to throw on 3rd and 13. He throws. It's batted at the line. It is batted at the line, and it is 4th down for the Steelers. 9.5 minutes to play, and you might have to punt down 11. You might have to punt and just rely on a perfect game from here on out. My gosh. I mean, this is exactly what we expected from this game. The Steelers' offense against the Houston defense. No one's surprised by this, but it's still disappointing. I'm saying that as someone who is a Steelers hater and rooting for Houston in general, so yeah, pretty ugly game. And the Steelers do punt, which means they're going to need a perfect game from here on out. Good punt here. It's going to be fair caught at the 12 or 13. Barely held on to that, too. That could have been a disaster. Alright, so the special teams does their job there, and alright. If Houston can just hold on to the ball and kill some time, they've all but got this wrapped up. As long as Stroud doesn't have a turnover, or they don't have a 3 and out and then give up a touchdown or something like that, this game should be all but over here. Just don't do anything dumb, please. Wrap this game up. 17-6, 9.5 minutes. Let me check the internet here to see if we've got any updates on Nico Collins, who left the game with potential concussion. So let me just check real quick. Let me see. That was DK Metcalf's first target since the first quarter, by the way. So for a guy you traded for and paid a crap ton of money to get him on that team, you'd like to see him more involved. But he's not been a true wide receiver one with this team. Alright, let's see. Looking back. I don't have any updates on Nico Collins or anyone else at the moment. That's too bad. Fortunately for Houston, their defense has absolutely carried them, so they might not even need Nico back in this game. It might be wiser to just sit him out for the rest of the day, even if he can return. Not the first time, by the way, that we've seen Sheldon Rankins get a score on defense. I think that's his second touchdown this year. That's kind of crazy. I don't remember in what other game he got a touchdown, but I know that we witnessed one earlier this year. Good for him, man. Good for him. Big man touchdowns. Let's see. I am not seeing any updates, so we'll get back to the game shortly. Houston's got the ball deep in their own territory. They have a chance to just firmly put this game away. The Steelers need a stop on defense here, and then they have to score in their next possession. Then they need another stop on defense, and then they need another score. I will say 2 stops on defense is highly realistic, if not even expected, given how this game has unfolded. I wouldn't be surprised at all. The bigger surprise would be them finally scoring points, because they just refuse to do that for the most part. Ah, man. So the Texans are going to get the night game next week, it looks like. Maybe? Is that what they're saying? They are getting a Sunday game, we do know that. It would make sense to put Houston on Sunday night, give them as much rest as possible. They might not do that. They might give the night game to the Rams and Bears, because that will probably be the better game. We'll see. We'll find out later. 9:29 on the clock. Hand this ball off and kill as much time as you can. Stroud hands this ball off. Woody Marks is going to gain about 2 yards. Hopefully he can gain 3 more to get to 100 yards. And with that run, we'll go under 9 minutes here shortly. Play clock will wind down. By the time they snap the ball, we'll be under 9 minutes. It'll be 2nd and 8. Hand this ball off again. Absolutely hand this ball off again. Keep running time off the board. And now we are officially under 9 minutes to play. Playoff spot, playoff game, a spot against the Patriots on the line here in the divisional round. Stroud under center here, just hand this ball off again. He throws, it's a quick throw, it's an open guy, and he gets the first down. No one was even covering Jaden Higgins there. Like, he snapped the ball and immediately threw it. Okay. There you go, Houston. Move that ball forward. 1st and 10 now, and that's going to take it down to about 8:10 on the clock when they snap it, probably. I would just hand this ball off here. It's 1st and 10. You can afford to hand it off. Kill some more time. Get a couple more yards. Nick Chubb, the back there behind Stroud. Under center he is. Here we go. Stroud, under center. Taking his time as he should. Ball is snapped at 8-10. Let's go. It's handed off to Chubb. Chubb is going to get about probably 3 yards on that one. 2 or 3 yards. It's not necessarily about how many yards you gain. You're just trying to kill some more time. 2nd and 8. And Nico Collins, by the way, officially ruled out with a concussion. That is something that we're going to have to watch all week. If they want a chance to upset the Patriots next week, they're probably going to need him back. We'll see. Down to 7:40 and counting down on the clock here. Houston just 7.5 minutes away from winning. Their first road playoff win in that team's history. Stroud under center. Running back behind him. Just hand it off. Hand it off. Stroud takes the snap. Gives this to the running back. And Chubb is going to take it up to the 29-yard line. That'll set up a 3rd and manageable. If you want to throw now and do your best to get the first down, you should. I think that's a good idea. We're going to be under 7 minutes here, so this is a successful drive even if they don't get the first down on this next play. The goal was to kill time. The goal is to make life as difficult as possible on Pittsburgh moving forward. The clock is Pittsburgh's biggest enemy in this game, aside from, themselves. Under 7 minutes now. By the time they snap it, we'll be close to 6:40 on the clock. 3rd and 4. They've been great on 3rd downs. There's a good chance they convert it here. We'll see. From the 29, Stroud dropping back to pass. Pressure's coming. He throws. It's going to be caught for the first down. Christian Kirk makes it up to midfield, down into Pittsburgh territory. He's still going. Makes it to the 36 of the Steelers. And ladies and gentlemen, that should seal the game. If it wasn't already over, that'll do it. Because the Texans are probably going to be putting up at least 3 points in this drive with that. Christian Kirk, have a day, man. That's going to go for over 30 yards. His 3rd big play of the game. This offense has barely done anything. It's been slow and steady work or turnovers, except for Christian Kirk with these 3 big plays he's had. Wow. And we'll see if that'll do it. We're going to be under 6 minutes to play now. Steelers defense has fought hard. They're the only reason this is even a game, but it's not going to be enough. Woody Marks gets the carry this time. Might have gained 1 yard. Well under 6 minutes now. Christian Kirk has 144 yards in this game. That's ridiculous. That might be more yards than he had the entire season. We're going to look that up now. How many yards did Christian Kirk have coming into this game? Because I'm telling you, he hasn't done much this year with the injuries. And then when he came back, he didn't do much. So, oh no, he had 239 yards on the season. So, that's cool. Woody Marks up to 99 yards on the ground. Hopefully he can get to 100. 2nd and 8 coming up. They're killing as much time as they can. Stroud hands the ball off to Chubb. And Chubb is going to make it up to the 30. It's going to be 3rd and 3 coming up. Almost over, you guys. Just 5 minutes away. And the clock will keep ticking. They can take it down another 30 seconds. This is something, man. This is something. Alrighty. 3rd and 3. We'll see what they try to do. You could hand it off and keep killing time. You could opt to throw play action again or just a short throw. Alright, we got a handoff here, and that's a first down. Chubb is going to take it to the 21, but there is a flag. See if that comes back. And that's offsides on the Steelers anyway, so they can decline that and take the first down. The Steelers might not be getting the ball back unless they allow a score. Alright, just respond to something real quick. Bear with me here. The game's almost over. We'll be ending the stream right after it ends. Our resident Texans fan will be on about 30 minutes after, but yeah. All right, Stroud hands this ball off, and Chubb's just going to fall down. Not going to gain anything. Might have lost a yard. All right, big question moving forward, and they're talking about it on the broadcast right now, too. And we mentioned it earlier. Is this Aaron Rodgers' last game? It might be. I hope it wasn't, because this is a really disappointing way to end his career. But even if he comes back, I don't think it could go much better. Stroud under center, just hand the ball off again. Nick Chubb getting another carry, takes it near the 15. I think he'll be down around the 16-yard line, setting up a 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6 scenario. And there's another flag. Hold up. We'll see what it is. Face mask on the defense. All right, the defense is done, man. Automatic first down for Houston. And they're just going to keep running off the clock. We're down to 3:43 here remaining in this game. It's almost over. It's 1st and goal Houston. They're probably just going to score again, too, on these handoffs. Steelers defense can't stop the run. Not in this game. Man. This game is gross. They got it at the 8. They're just going to hand it off again. 3:43 on the clock. Keep killing time. Stroud. Oh, hang on. Blown dead. That would have given Woody Marks at least 1 yard, sure. It's a false start in the offense. That's disappointing. Woody Marks was about to get over 100 yards. Give it to Marks here and hope that he gets it. Yeah, that's literally the most interesting thing right now. It's can Woody Marks get over 100 yards? I think that'd be the first time in his career if he does. All right. 3:43 still on the clock. We're just waiting for this game to end. Again, Daniel, the Texans fan of this channel, will be on for a shorts live stream, probably about 30 minutes after the game ends. So if you want to hear a Texans fan reaction, that's when it'll be. I kind of want to hear it too. I don't know what Texans fans are thinking right now. I'm sure they love their defense and just hate their offense. Stroud hands this ball off. It is Woody Marks, and he's going to take it into the end zone for the touchdown. Woody Marks caps off a career day, and Houston has completed the blowout. Hasn't felt like a blowout, but here we are. Congratulations to Pittsburgh. They have once again suffered the annual first-round playoff blowout loss. Every year. Every year. Can I just do a quick I told you so? Because I've been dead on with Pittsburgh all season. They're the same team that they always were. Just mid. They're just mid. They were in this game, though. Credit where it's due. They were in this game for a while. Their defense did everything possible that they could to stay alive. And what does it matter when their offense is horrible? PAT up and good. The score is 24-6. I think Sudoku in the chat earlier said the final score would be 24-9, so he was shockingly close on that. So good job there. Actually, I can just scroll up and find out. What did he say the score would be? Yeah, this was a gross game. Yeah, he said 24-9 would be a score prediction. Man, he was close. 24-9, this game is over. If you're watching the stream, if you're watching the game, honestly, you can just go ahead and tune out and call it a day. We will stay on to the end of this game because that's what we do. We stay on until the game is officially over. Woody Marks, the first rookie with 100 rushing yards in a playoff game since 2021. The last guy being Cam Akers, of all people. Not a name you would have expected there. Good for Woody, though. Good for Woody. Not had that great of a year, but it's nice to see him have a great game here. If he keeps producing well in that backfield, they could have a shot next week. Patriots' run defense isn't unstoppable after all. All right, man. Again, we'll stay on until the end of the game because that is just what we do. But there's not going to be much more for me to say. We've said all that there is to say at this point. Unfortunate. And the Steelers are going to return the kickoff here and makes it to the 25. Spins around the 29-yard line, Kenneth Gainwell. Again, this game's over. We're just going to wait it out here. That's all we can do. Well, best of luck to Houston next week. Again, I don't think they match up well with New England, but a defense that's good has a chance at every game, so it's possible. We'll see what they do a week from now. For the Steelers, it's just, I mean, I don't know why you ever thought you were really competing this year. It was clear to me all along. This is the same team as always. It'll be interesting to see if Rodgers returns for one last year. It's been previously indicated this was his last season, but we'll see. And his first pass of this drive is batted down into the air. 2nd and 10 coming up. All right, 3.5 minutes left in this game. 2nd and 10 for the Steelers. Ball at the 29. Rodgers dropping back to pass. He's going to check this down to Gainwell, who drops it. Wow. The one guy Pittsburgh can rely on this year in offense is Kenneth Gainwell, and he's not been able to do much for them, unfortunately. Yikes. 3rd and 10, and the Steelers ending the game with a 3-and-out would be fitting. Great way to sum up the offense in this one. Man. This will be their 7th straight loss in the playoffs, I believe. I think that's what they just said. That's pretty bad. 3rd and 10 coming up here. I assume they're just going to punt if they don't convert here, but you never know. Ball at the 29. Rodgers in the backfield. Running back to his right. Takes the snap. Pressure's coming. He's got time. He's going to check this down. Kenneth Gainwell gets the catch, but only 4 yards. It is 4th and 6. Just punt the ball. You don't have a chance to just punt the ball. Just let the Texans run out the clock. So this may be it for Rodgers. You got Cam Hayward out there. It may be it for him. I don't know if anyone else is leaving. I assume Tomlin is staying around, but it's possible he decides to leave. 4th and 5 now. They are keeping the offense on the field. Sure. All right. Rodgers to throw on 4th and 5. Takes the snap. Dropping back to pass. Pressure comes. He throws. It is intercepted. It is intercepted. And he's returning it, and he's still going. This is a pick 6. It's a pick 6. As if it couldn't get worse. Aaron Rodgers throws a pick 6. Tell you what, I would hate to be a Steelers fan right now. I mean, I'm not even going to sit here and celebrate that pick 6. I'm happy Houston's going to win, but I'm just so bored of this game. Don't let the final score deceive you guys. This was a really close game for the most part, but turnovers kill you in the end. Steelers couldn't capitalize on any turnovers, and now Houston has 2 scores on turnovers, on the turnover plays. Pick 6 and scoop and score in, I think, both in the same quarter. That's ridiculous. Man, all right. 2.5 minutes left. I wish we didn't have this we will never end the stream early rule, because I'm going to stick with it. We'll stay on for just another couple of minutes. Maybe they should have just punted instead of letting it get worse. PAT going up here shortly, you would think. They're taking their sweet time for this. I mean, CJ Stroud's got to be the luckiest man alive right now. Getting bailed out like that is crazy. Looks like they're just soaking it all in right now. Taking their time. Still have not gone for the PAT. Alright. Wow, camera on the live broadcast is super shaky right now. What the heck? Cameraman, a Steelers fan crying right now? Alright, PAT going up now to make the score even worse. Kick is up, and that is no good. That went under the crossbar. Okay. I don't know how you did that, but okay. So the score is 30-6. Likely the final score, but, I mean, we'll see. I'm not even sure what happened there. That looks super funky from the beginning. Let me see the replay. Did it get blocked or something? PAT went up. Nobody touched it. Nobody touched that kick. I'm not really sure what happened there. Fairbairn hit it funny, I guess? I don't know. Beats me. All right, 2:39 on the clock. The Pittsburgh offense will go back out there. We'll see if Rodgers goes back out for the final snaps of the game. I assume he will, but he might be done for the day. And I hope he's not done, and I hope that his last pass in the NFL isn't a pick 6. That would suck. but that is a definite possibility at the moment. We will see. Steelers field this in the end zone, take a knee. It's going to be a touchback, and the offense will go back out there. 30-6, suddenly the score. And it looks like Rodgers is done. So Rodgers' last pass of the year is going to be a pick six. I really am wondering, is this his last game? I feel like Rodgers wouldn't go out on a pick six in a loss like this. Doesn't seem like his type of thing to do. So I do wonder if he will be back next year. Right now they got the backup in. I think that's Mason Rudolph. Just going to hand this ball off to Warren. And Warren's going to get stood up, going nowhere, and that ought to take it down to the 2-minute warning. No need for urgency here. Just let the time tick down. In a game like this, honestly, don't even do the 2-minute warning. Just keep the clock running. Clock kicks down, and it looks like they're not going to snap it. Takes it down to the 2-minute warning. All the talk is going to be about Aaron Rodgers, but you also have to wonder a little bit about Mike Tomlin. Is he going to stay? Is he going to go? The Steelers have no future with him. I do think Tomlin's a very good coach. It's become obvious they're not going to win a thing with him moving forward. Not going to happen. I think a change of scenery would be best for all parties involved. I don't think that he's going anywhere, though, but could be wrong. 2-minute warning here, and game's over. It's 30-6. We're just waiting for the clock to run out, and then we will end the stream. Again, our resident Texans fan will come on later to do a stream and talk about this game. I don't really know what he truly thinks. I know we see him in the chat saying things like, "Yay, send Rodgers to the retirement home. We are Super Bowl bound," stuff like that. But I'm pretty sure he's aware that it's just the defense bailing out Stroud today. So it'll be interesting to hear his thoughts later, see what he thinks about his team's chances against the Patriots. I'm not feeling good about it. But it's not like the Patriots game was fun to watch either. Congratulations to the Houston Texans. Glad to see them get the job done here. And, of course, I'm glad to see the Steelers take a loss in the playoffs. Once again, glad that amidst all the chaos in the NFL and life in general, one thing we can always count on is the Steelers winning 9 to 10 games and getting blown out in the first round of the playoffs. It's like clockwork. You can count on it every single year. It's kind of amazing, really. 30-6 is crazy, though. Like, this really was a close game for the most part. We like to keep it real around here, so we're not going to act like this was a blowout the whole time. It was 7-6 for the longest time. At the start of the fourth quarter, it was 7-6. Houston made it 10-6 with 13 minutes to play. And then you had the scoop and score. And then you had Houston go down the field for a touchdown drive. Yeah, Houston obviously was a better team in this game. I don't think anyone is doubting that. But there is also a world where Pittsburgh doesn't have the worst offense we've ever laid eyes on, and they actually move the ball when they get the turnovers and they score points. But, this is reality we live in, so the Steelers' offense is abysmal. Man. Stroud somehow ended up with 250 yards. He has Christian Kirk to thank with 144 yards. Stroud with the pick and the 2 lost fumbles. You've got to clean up those issues. The Patriots will not let you get away with that. It's very fortunate for Houston they're only playing the Steelers. Alright, return to the game here after the 2-minute warning. I imagine they're just going to hand it off a couple of times and kill as much time as possible. So the game should be ending fairly soon, and then we will wrap up the stream. Got Texans defense celebrating on the sidelines. They know what they did today. They know. Rudolph to take the snap, hand it off to Warren, and Warren is going to get about 5 yards there. Good for him. No urgency here, of course, because there's no need for it. Under 1 minute and 50 now. We'll see how quickly they get the snap off here. They could take it down another 30 seconds. It's a handoff here. It's going to be short of the first down. That'll be about 4th and 2, 4th and 3. Alright, 90 seconds and counting down left in this game. Everyone knows it over. Everyone knows the game has ended. We are just waiting for it to be official, and then we will wrap up the stream. We'll see if they punt on 4th and 2. No, the offense stays out there. Okay, Rudolph gets a quick throw here, and that is going to be, I think, a first down. Or slightly short. Looks like they're going to give him the first down. Might as well. You don't need to make a big deal out of it. Got 1 minute left in this game. Timeouts are not going to be used. Just drag it out. Kill the clock. 53, 52, 51, 50. Rudolph hands this ball off. Warren is going to make it across midfield. Keeps his balance and gets the first down. Good for him. Warren doing a little bit of stat padding here. And we should be getting the schedule, too. I didn't realize. Should be getting the playoff schedule pretty soon. I don't know why we don't already have the playoff schedule. This game has no effect on it anyway. Rudolph takes a snap, hands it off, and this may be the last play of the game. Warren goes down, no gain. 15 seconds, and that will do it, I believe. Mike Tomlin starts walking out onto the field. There you go. The game is officially over. The Houston Texans have won 32-6. You can thank your defense for that, ladies and gentlemen. The pick six and scoop and score in the same quarter is crazy. Your defense not letting the Steelers take advantage of 3 horrible CJ Stroud turnovers. Houston, enjoy this win, but you better clean up your issues before you face the Patriots, because they will not let it slide like Pittsburgh did. Congratulations, Houston. Pittsburgh, you stink. Sorry, but it's exactly what we expected, and I don't like the Steelers, so I'm going to be happy. And with that, we'll wrap up the stream. If anyone wants to hear a reaction from a Texans fan, you can keep an eye out on the channel. In about 30 minutes or so, if I had to guess, we'll be on with it. So, there you go. But thank you to everyone who stopped by and hung out. We had Sudoku and Go Celtic Socks hanging out with us earlier today. I had a couple people stop by. Nathaniel was here for a minute. And Education Unpacked stopped by. So thank you all for stopping by. I'm going to wrap it up now. Glad that the game is over because, my goodness, that was absolute misery to watch. So, Houston fans rejoice. Steelers fans hope that change is imminent. See you all next time. We'll be out with our predictions in a couple of days. And there you go. Take care.